okay, yeah. Mister.
Oh,
I like that name.
It up. Maybe I should open up the Roll20. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that might help. So yeah, last time you went to a planet, Ravenstock. You did some Secret Santa, did some mistletoe, did some Christmassy things. But now you're on a planet.
Oh, whoops.
This planet, very rocky. A very rocky planet with a large cave entrance and an Arcana presence. It's got basically one. It's a small town with a very hastily built, not hastily built, but not the best housing. It's got a large tavern, and it's got a large Arcana building, and those are basically the only two notable buildings. The rest seem to be small shops or houses. Well, I got to wake up at fuck o'clock. So yeah. You successfully infiltrated the Arcana building and managed to get 2 passes to pass into the mines. One for Pierus-Loen and one for a woman named Myra. And you also signed up to the ICEs under a different name.
It is Lime.
Under a second name. Hello, Lime. Lime,
you like all those notifications you got?
Yeah, she does.
She loves them.
And that's basically where we left off. I just finished doing the recap.
Okay, good.
So you're currently on your ship in the parking area of Ravenstock. And you can do what you like. What is it that you'd like to do? You know that what's her face? Laura and her crew are somewhere down in the mines on the latest ICE. You can do what you please.
Alright. How many invisibility potions do we have?
Wait, what is going on? Okay.
Because we were going to infiltrate the mines.
I like invisibility potions.
Lime and Goat got passes, but...
I did update the gold in your inventory, yes.
Lime and Goat have passes. Dabo can go invisible just like without anything.
Nope, you apparently have that much. Yeah, you had an extra 1,000 from somewhere. I don't know.
Where did she get 1,000 from?
If you want to upgrade that magic item one more time, you can do so now, if you want, with 1,000 gold. Unless you don't want to. You don't have to, obviously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where. We keep forgetting about that.
Just freaking James' appearance.
Well, don't do that if you want to not be tired. That's my life advice. So I'm going to be staying up till 4 AM because I'm doing the D&D starting at 12.
Yeah, no, it was worth it. If I went back in time, I would do it again.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
That's a good way of telling if it's worth it. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? You don't really have a time limit or anything, but naturally, on a planet where Arcana has a presence and you're quite wanted, not best to walk around all everywhere unprotected and stuff. We're currently in a ship, though.
So don't not wear protection. Got it.
Because you've got massive heavy armor. Basically, 4 people in your party have disadvantage on stealth checks.
We're good.
I haven't changed your character sheet since I made it, so it was still. It would have been there before. But yeah, everyone has it if they've got heavy armor. If you ever want to move quietly, you can just take it off. I mean, it'd be a bit awkward considering, but yeah.
Okay. So we want to infiltrate these mines.
Yep.
Really?
And you see this large cave entrance where these massive minecarts are being pushed out by several dwarves. full of materials, and then empty ones go back in, basically, or ones filled with tools or some other supplies.
Hmm.
So we're gonna sneak into those.
Yeah, we gotta sneak in here. Infiltrate. Dabo, Lime, and Goat are fine because they all have ways of getting in. So we need.
I can go invisible.
Okay, well then screw me.
You can use your disguise kit on as many people as you want. I think it has
Well-
like 10 uses before you need to fill it up again, or something like that.
I mean,
It's
Dimble
somewhere
is
in the
like so
rules.
small, so he can just like.
But only Astra and Pierus have passes right now.
Yes, but naturally, one thing you need to note about the disguise kit: it's not perfect. It doesn't actually change your bone shapes or anything like that. It's quite easy to see through it if someone rolls high on insight or perception or something like that. If they think you're disguised, it's not like the disguised person spell or something like that. It's second best thing. It's more just to help you blend in if you need it, or if you yeah. Just ignore what I'm doing, right?
Okay, let's
Just
not ignore what he's doing.
Okay, fine. I'll just put it on a separate page, so you have to ignore it.
Don't you guys have the passes?
You do have 2 passes. They do have pictures on you. One of them is a picture of Loen, and the other is a picture of Astra in makeup that makes her look like, sort of like Persephone. That's sort of the style you were going for, but it's not. It doesn't really look exactly like her because you also have different body types. She was very thin, very lean.
Can he?
Sean speaks up. He's like, no. I mean, not convincing ones anyway. I could make some, but you probably wouldn't want them. Sean's like, well, I could try, but really, they wouldn't be very convincing.
Can you
If
use
only someone
paint?
else could forge documents.
I can, but I don't have a forgery kit.
Well, you could definitely piece together things from around the ship to get some kind of thing if you wanted to do that.
Sure, let's try that.
Are you going to try just making? Are you going to try making one for yourself, or
Yeah,
what?
for myself.
Okay. Give me a straight up intelligence check. And is it going to look like exactly like Dimble looks, or are you going to try to make it look different
Wait,
to
an
you?
intelligence check or like forgery kit?
Oh, if you have forgery, I'll say yeah, do a forgery kit. If you have actually have
Forgery
rune
kit is
character sheet.
different.
Yeah, I know it's different. I was going to say intelligence just for other reasons, but yeah, if you actually have want to call a forgery kit, you do make a pass, and it looks like you pretty convincingly. Just to explain, this is basically what the area looks like. This entrance area. This is the entrance to these mines, and these pink stars are guards. And there's shops on either side of this long road with minecart tracks actually going down the entire center of this road. Big, heavy carts being pushed along by dwarves. Your new name is Invisible. Interesting name.
My new name is Carlos Campbell. Why not?
Okay, so you're just giving yourself a fake name.
I-
Do you want to forge passes for everyone else?
I mean, Dabo and Rob can go invisible, so I guess we can do it
So-
anyways.
I mean, I don't need it. I
So
don't.
that's everyone but Sherry
I can
covered.
stealth, and, like I'm pretty good.
Is
at
Sherry
stealth.
coming with?
Sherry does want to come, ideally, because she
Alright,
is
there we go.
like a quite apt fighter. But yeah, you make her one. She's like, I can go invisible too, but only for 6 seconds, so not very useful.
That's
It's more for getting out of situations than sneaking past people.
Well, how would you just do that over and over again? Come on, common sense.
I can't do it that often. It's quite a drain.
Okay, well, fine.
Okay, so you make one for Sherry as well. 6 seconds could be enough if you really
Run.
timed it well. But it would be, but she'd be running, and it's not like she's silent while running.
so we all have to run as well at the same time.
It would be very close timing. So, what are you guys doing? 4 of you have, 2 of you have legitimate passes, and 2 of you have forged passes. Are you going to head over here, or like out in public, or are you going to make yourself up a bit, or what? Astra, I'd say, is still wearing makeup that makes her look a bit different, a bit like Penelope. Not Penelope, Persephone.
Not. What I think we should do though is to first have Astra and Pierus go, because they have the legitimate passes, so that if they see these passes are legitimate, they'll automatically assume the rest are going to be legitimate. And so they're going to be less inclined to look for forgery.
Well, if the people who can go invisible could go invisible now and stick with us, then we'd ideally want them to come in with us, correct?
Yes.
Make sure you guys mark off spell slots when you use them, by the way. Okay, so Eric's going invisible. Is Dabo going invisible?
Yep.
Has Dabo already gone invisible with his item?
Yeah. Can I do it? Or I guess.
It's only once per day, isn't it?
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Huh.
James can't, I don't think. James doesn't have an invisibility.
James, come on.
I thought I had something else that turned me invisible. All right, let's see.
I know Bongo can turn you invisible for like a bit, but
Like, what?
I don't know if you. Yeah,
Oh,
with
yeah, I
the
can.
thing.
Through the
Okay, you can
command.
do that?
Invisible. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
That's probably enough, right?
Definitely enough.
Yeah. You think you'd only really need like a minute of solid invisibility to actually get there. So I'm assuming you're not going to do it immediately. You're going to do it when you're closer to the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. And is everyone just heading out now?
I think so.
Okay. I need James and Dimble to give me charisma checks. Just flat charisma.
Very charismatic.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
Great job. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay, so it's a 10. That was lucky, right? That was why you're rerolling. Just
Yeah.
make sure.
Lucky.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you all head over and you duck into a small alley in between some shops and make sure no one's around so you can turn James invisible. And I'm assuming Erik is just sort of tailing along. Is Erik following anyone in particular?
Well, let's say Eric's just kind of following the group.
Okay, just as okay. So yeah, you head up and you see this thing right here. You see these 2 guards, and you see some adventurers go in, and they seem to hold out some blue passes, which are much like the ones that Astra and Loen have, and the forged ones that you've made. And they sort of seem to just look them over and be like, "Yeah, you can go through." You can't really overhear it, but you can sort of assume that's what's going on. You then see something interesting. You see a cart, an empty cart. Well, it's not an empty cart, but it's a cart with a few tools in it, a few spare tools in it. And the doors push it on, and they seem to walk through without any interruption. And yeah, you see there are a few carts around, a few people milling about, but otherwise these guards are just standing there. What do you want to do?
Head up?
You gonna head up first? Or
No.
are you gonna sort of? Is Astra and
Pierus.
Loen gonna go first?
Yeah, Astra and Goat should probably go first. Or maybe like one go first and one go at the end, maybe. I don't know.
No real reason to have it go at the end.
Alright.
Are Lime or Goat even here?
I think Lime's here.
Yeah, Astra's here.
Go.
Pretty sure Goat's here too.
Okay, I was just wondering if they were like they spaced out a bit or something.
Go. 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 Go.
So yeah, is Astra going to head up first with Goat? Okay. Yeah. So you just go up and guard is just like, oh, hello, dear. Can I see your pass? Okay, you just give a pass, and she looks over. Yes. Okay, you can head through. Just gives it back to you with a smile. You notice this person's got this woman's got Arcana armor, not the same as yours old one, but definitely very recognizably this is a member of Arcana, as well as the other guard on the other side of the gate. And she sort of gestures, yeah, to Loen. Oh, can I see your pass, sir? Yeah, she just hands over the same thing. It's like, oh, all right, you can just head on through. Have a nice time. Okay. Sherry is going to stand with Dimble and basically like, should we go now?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, Sherry hands up and she sort of addresses both of you. It's like, two more, okay. Can I just see your passes?
Sure.
Yeah, and Sherry hands it over as well. She's going to give them both a quick little look over. All right, that's fine. You can head on in. And she gives them back. And Erik and James can both give me stealth checks, as I'm assuming they're slipping in.
Oh, I'm not very good at stealth.
Oh no, that was not very good at stealth at all. Before he gets a natural one. Okay, no, that's Erik getting 20. Okay, well he rolled a 7 and got an 18, so pretty good stealth. Yeah, both of you slip by, and they're none the wiser. And you manage to head in. As soon as you head into this cave, it's quite dark, but it's got torches along the walls, and it's already feeling a lot warmer than it is outside. Outside, this place is quite cold. You see quite a lot of people wearing cloaks. Inside, though, immediately considerably warmer. You walk down for a bit, following these adventurers that were ahead of you. That seem to be other people on the ICE. And yeah, you walk down. Feels like a good solid 10 minutes of walking. James, you pop out of stealth. So you're no longer stealthed.
Wow.
You actually are following these tracks, but these tracks do sort of branch off and then branch back onto the main path. You can definitely see where this main path is, though. If any of you want to go down any of these strange side paths, you could do. You could have a little look down. You don't have to, though. You can just continue heading down the main path if you wish.
Let's keep going.
I just want to
Yeah.
go. I just want to go.
Go.
Okay.
Gotta go fast.
So yeah, everyone seems to just be sort of walking along these main paths unless someone else wants to say otherwise. As you're heading down, you actually finally enter quite a large area. This the cave sort of seems to open up as you've been slowly making your way down, and it's much larger. You see veins of ore visible along the walls, and these tracks seem to stop and. You see several dwarves, all of them very busy mining away and pushing around carts back and forth. You also see a few people you assume are guards. You see 4 in total, just standing around this large entrance, this sort of large mining area. They wear red and brown armor, which is very, very different from Arcana's sort of blue colors. and they definitely do not seem to be members of Arcana, but they definitely seem to be guards of some
No.
sort. They seem to just be milling around the area. Why are you saying no?
No, I'm looking at Lime's video. I love that song.
Oh god.
No, I can't hear it obviously because of the thing. I'll check that out later. I've never heard it. So yeah. But what do you guys want to do? You know that oh, I won't say that. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I'll draw a
What you gonna do
map.
when they
It's
come
fun
for
to
you?
draw. Why
Bad boys, bad
Why you-
boys.
picking around what to do. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
So where are we?
You are just about here. Oh wait. Just about there. You're just getting into this place where this cave sort of opens up.
Where are these
You
mine
don't
tracks?
really know. Yes, those are minecarts. They seem to be going left and right quite
Oh,
far.
shoot.
These little veins of ore in the wall,
Okay,
and
guys.
you see that the guards, these armored people, seem to be standing around the center, and the dwarves, which I'll mark off in purple, I guess, sort of be standing close to the walls mining.
So guys, we're gonna
You see just quite a few.
play some Frogger. Let's go.
It does look like Frogger. Jesus. But yeah, you're allowed to just head in if you want.
Yeah.
Let's use Astra as a marker. There we go. Astra's where you are. Unless you guys split up. Looking around, you don't see any other figures apart from these dwarves and these guards. These guards also, you can give me just actually no. I'm trying to think if any of you wouldn't know. No, you pretty much all would know. These guys. Most of them seem to be human, but there does seem to be one tiefling amongst them.
Ooh, a tiefling. Wait, do tieflings have a special name in this universe?
They do, but I can't remember it. So I'm just going to call them tieflings. If anyone wants to roll a history check on tieflings, you can,
Alright.
just to see what you know.
What is my history proficiency? I know they have something. Art history. It's not gonna get anything now.
So yeah, Astra, you would know a bit about the history. Bongo would too. Dimble would too. Tieflings come from a quite far off planet, a very very hot planet, where they lived amongst dragonborn,
Tieflings.
dragonkin.
Easy.
So yeah, they came for this planet from far away, dragonborn and tiefling. At first, these two races were very very against each other. They would fight constantly. Typically, tieflings are smarter and dragonborn are stronger. Dragonborn. And they would typically fight all the time, but eventually other foes seemed to take over their planet, and they joined forces working together. And now the two races are considered very closely connected. So whenever you see a tiefling, there's likely to be dragonborn around, and vice versa. It's very rare not to see a tiefling who doesn't know any dragonborn. Let's just say
Can they
that.
mix?
Can they like breed?
Yeah.
No, they can't.
Darn.
We can't breed. They're tiefling are kind of like lizards. Yes, they're more human-like than dragonborn. Dragonborn literally look like half dragon,
Dragons.
half person. They look like they look like they're humanoid, but they look like dragons. Tiefling look more like humans with lizard-like appearances. Like they've got long lizard-like tails, horns. They honestly look a bit demonic as well.
What?
But generally, they're not considered bad creatures or anything. Bad species.
But they
Yeah.
look scary, so they must be bad, right?
They do look quite. They don't look that intimidating because they're typically a bit shorter than humans are and a bit less muscular. They're typically quite lithe and small.
Alright. So it's easy prey.
No, they're not like gnome short. It's more just like think of how a teenager is to an adult. How a teenager is slightly shorter than an adult. More like that height difference. They're just generally a bit less built than humans are. Dabo would know a bit more. He'd know that, in particular, anything that you do against a tiefling would piss off all of their dragonborn friends. And anything you do bad against a dragonborn would piss all the tiefling friends off. Tiefling also very skilled with magic.
Oh god. Okay.
Like, naturally skilled with magic.
So you're saying we should beat up all the dragonborn and the tieflings just ignore us? That sounds good. Let's do it.
No. Nope.
What is he doing here? He is one of the guards, by the looks. One of these brown and red armored guards who seem to just be looking around. In fact, Astra, you can give me an insight check. It's just sort of you notice something. These guards seem a bit. You've been around a lot of fighty people. You've basically been with every army in Arcana. You've seen how they work. These guys seem a little bit more laid back and a bit more relaxed. They don't seem to have any scars or battle wounds. They don't seem to be actually getting into many fights. Alternatively, though, you look around at the dwarves and they seem to have quite a few cuts and bruises and scars, and they look like they've been doing quite a lot of tough work, potentially fighting monsters, something like that. The dwarves seem actually much stronger than, much more like what's the word? Like they've definitely been in more fights than these guards have. And they just seem to be mining away. So you want to go and ask around? You're currently just standing this entranceway. As you're just standing here for a while, these guards do seem to cast a curious glances towards you as you're just sort of standing there. But yeah, if you guys want to do anything. So is Astra going to go up to a dwarf and ask? Okay, you go up to a dwarf. He's quite a strong-looking young dwarf. He's like, okay, can I help you?
Strong.
You describe Laura?
Handsome.
Oh, let me just roll to see if he remembers anything. Oof, quite a lot of people pass through here. I believe I've seen this person. Sorry, and just goes back to mining. Yeah, you could just try the next dwarf. Loen, you go up to this dwarf and just ask. This time it's a female dwarf, quite strong arms, who seems to be digging away. So this guy seems to be breaking ores off of the wall, and she seems to be digging them up and putting them into a minecart. She's like, "Oh yes, I remember. Big armor, very very intense look on her face. Yes, she went through here. Must have been a few hours ago, I believe. Maybe 4 or 5. Left or right? Oh, she went down that way, and she points down this left route.
So they went right. Let's go right.
To the right, you wouldn't find anything really. It's just a large storage area. But to the left goes deeper down into the mines.
All right, let's go right.
Let's go rob other supplies.
Are you talking about that out loud?
No, I'm not talking about that out loud.
Are you
I'm pretty sure he
asking
was.
interested in a mutiny?
Yes, I am.
What do you mean?
Oh, mutton is like a type of meat that sheep have. Like,
It's muttony. Wait, what's that from? That is definitely from something. I can't remember what it's from though. Muttony.
I'm gonna look it up.
Just let me get back to my work, okay? And she just sort of starts ignoring you and just goes back to mining.
Seem pretty defensive about that, huh?
You can give me an insight check, Loen. I like you also saying Erik convince her while Erik is completely invisible.
Wait,
you don't really pick up on it.
muttony is
You don't
actually
think she
a
really
word?
likes talking to you?
What?
Muttony is a word that actually exists.
Oh, is it?
What does it mean?
Jesus.
It means it's like mutton having a flavor of mutton.
Oh, so it's mutton-y, like it's sticky. Or
They even
slimy.
just like do that to everything. I mean, that's all right.
This is kind of
But yeah, you get the impression that this dwarf just doesn't want to talk to you about here now. So yeah, but you know that at this Laura went to the left apparently, and to the right is not really going deeper down. To the left goes deeper down. As you're saying this, you actually will spot these other adventurers, these other ICE people. Quite a diverse group. You have a bard with them, just an elven archer, and they sort of seem to be going the same way. They sort of just ask the guards something and then just go down. Are there any minecarts? Yeah, there's minecarts all around. They seem to be very big
evil
minecarts that
versions
the
of us?
dwarves are pushing and pulling around. Are they what?
evil versions of us.
They don't look that much like these. There's only 3 of them, and they just seem to be typical adventurers that you'd see on any IC, really.
Wouldn't we, die?
You don't think these minecarts would roll very quickly, actually. Looking at them, they seem to mostly be pushed around. Even downhill, they need to be pushed quite a lot. Seems like they don't have a lot of they don't seem to roll very well. Are you going to try and ask the dwarves to push you down?
Eric's invisible, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still invisible for like a good 40 minutes, probably. Half an hour to 40 minutes. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
Are we going deeper in?
Okay, so are you just going to head deep down? Okay. Yeah, you head deeper down, and you sort of see the same thing. You pass by several of these areas where there's guards in the center, dwarves on either side mining, putting things away. You do pass something quite curious. You see a large red and brown door embedded into the wall, and there's 2 guards standing outside it. These guards look a bit more serious. They're wearing a bit more heavy armor, and they've got 2 large spears and shields in their hands. And they sort of seem to be guarding this door, but the path does keep going down as well. I'll say Erik has about 20 to 30 minutes left now on invisibility. Quite a lot of walking. Do you want to go check out the door? Or do you want to just keep going down? Anyone?
Yeah, let's keep going down. And then check
Okay,
out the
Dimble's
door.
going to keep going.
Yeah, and check.
Alright, why would we
and
ever
check
stop?
the door at the same time.
That's like saying I'll go left and right at the same time. That's not a thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Speaking, we just do both at the same time.
You actually rip yourself in 2 and you instantly die. Oh, well, you shouldn't have tried doing 2 things at once.
See you guys later then.
Bye.
You can sort of, if you're just looking at the door, yeah, it's a door. You don't really see what it's blocking, but these guards don't seem to be. They definitely seem to be guarding it quite protectively, and these ones seem more vigilant than the others you've seen. I should also mention, as you've been walking down, you do see a couple of other tiefling as well as humans, but mostly humans as guards, and only dwarves as these miners.
Well, you see, this door is not made out of any wood material. This is actually made out of a strong metal-like material. Which is
The door is made completely out of wood,
okay.
so a very thick wood, luxurious wood. You reckon it's mahogany? Made probably about 300 gold.
What?
Brass door handle. Pretty good. 20 gold for that. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing this.
They really cheaped out on the door for this mine. Arcana has a lot more funds than they spent on this door. It's kind of sad, actually.
It's not a really expensive door. It just looks like a thick, quite protective wooden door. Are you going to try and go in?
Thick with protection.
Okay. So yeah, you're just going to go up. One of the guys is like, "Oh, excuse me, miss, you can't come through here, unless of course you have special pass."
All right, she's gonna open the door.
Are you just going to show him your pass? Give me a. So Erik needs to give me a perception check, and Astra needs to give me a sleight of hand check. So he seems to be looking at this pass that you hand out to him as you're sort of signaling for Erik. You Astra, you extremely subtly do it, and you actually hold the pass just far enough away from him with this with the idea in mind that it would take him longer to read. And Erik, you immediately get this, that she's signaling for you to go through the door. You immediately clock on. And he sort of seems to look over it, and he actually steps a bit away from the door to look at it. It's like, no, I'm sorry, this isn't one of the passes you can use. If you want to get a better pass, you're going to have to work for Icon directly, I'm afraid. But is Erik going to do anything at this point? Well, the guard's sort of talking to Astra. Okay, give me a stealth check. I'm not going to have it with advantage, though, because you have to open this door to get through. Okay. Both guards turn around and like, what the hell? As the door opens up. And are you going to just quickly go through the door? Or are you going to try and back off or what? You notice both of these guards are basically looking directly at you as you've got the door half open. Yeah, you can definitely get through. It's just a matter of, do you want to just continue through, or do you want to back out after you realise they're looking at you? Obviously, you're invisible, so they can't see you. And Astra's saying, any chance to win? Okay, you're just going to slip through. Are you going to close the door or leave the door open as you slip through? Okay, you leave it open. So you set any chance to the wind, and the guards are like, go check it out, Bill. And the other guard that wasn't talking to you sort of goes in and closes the door behind him. The other guard turns back to you. It's like, I'm sure it's nothing. As I was saying, with that pass, you can't go through this door, but you can head down further down, and they've got some problems that the ICE people are supposed to help deal with. Apparently, some of the mines got blocked off due to some strange creatures showing up, attacking the miners. Yeah. Okay, Erik can give me another stealth check, this time with advantage, because he is invisible. As this one guard steps into the room. Actually, looking around the room, you see that it's actually got a small metallic floor and some weird switches along. It's actually a very small square room, about no, it would be bigger than, no, it wouldn't be bigger than that. It'd be 10 feet by 10 feet, and it's got a metallic floor. As you're walking around, you hear your heavy footsteps on the floor. The guard immediately walks up to the corner and reaches down his hands to the source of the noise and grabs you by both of your arms.
Wow.
Get in here! The guy shouts. You're using lucky. You can't re-roll with advantage if you're using lucky. But since you rolled 2 natural 20s, I'll just let you have it. Because, yeah. The guy goes to grab you because he hears a noise, but you just duck down very stealthily, and he sort of looks around shrewdly. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And he just walks out.
I can't believe that where.
And he closes the door, and he just turns like, nah, wasn't anything.
If you were me, that would have been triple. If I could like.
We shouldn't have cheaped out one behind this door. You know, I told you that door salesman was having a go of us. And yeah, Erik, you find yourself in this small room. It's got a metallic floor and all these levers around. The guards seem to finish talking to you. They're like, "All right, have a good day." And they actually have a bit of a conversation with you about the door material. It's like, yeah, thing's been doing that all day.
Come on, Bill. We should have gone with oak. I didn't tell you.
As for the drawers, but there's some levers. You see one big lever, which is currently in its upwards position, and you see a few buttons around. It almost looks like a metal cage.
Hey, I have an iron door right on me.
You do have a door, yes.
I do have.
That is quite funny.
Why do you have?
Okay, you're just going to pull this lever down.
Why not?
Because
you pull this lever down,
useless.
and you immediately feel yourself rising upwards as this thing plummets downwards. You realize you're in an elevator, and it plummets downwards very loudly. The guards both turn around, and they're like, the fuck? And they open up the door to see, and everyone can see inside, where there was once this room, it just seems to be a dark hole that goes downwards. Like, the guards turn to each other, it's like, they close the door, they turn to each other, like, could you please excuse us? I think we need to talk with our superiors. I'm going to stay here. Bill, you just go talk to the tieflings about it. They'll be able to sort this out. And so Bill, the guard, goes off, and the other one just stands here. Oh no, don't worry about it. We've got some tiefling mages. They're very powerful. They can probably sort this out. It's just an elevator. Must have just gone down. It's a bit strange though. He sort of seems to be his. You see his cogs spinning. The other guard walks off and leaves you alone with this one guard. Guard seems to be going up to where you came from, the other guard. But this guard seems to be standing right in front of the door, which is now closed. Erik, you find yourself plummeting. It's plummeting downwards pretty quickly.
Oof.
Oof.
What are you going to do? You going to do anything, or just let it plummet?
I'm gonna try adjusting the lever back a little bit to see if that slows
you-
down the elevator.
You push the elevator, the lever up a bit, but you actually find yourself moving upwards slightly. You move it down a bit, and eventually you manage to get it slowly descending, and you sort of like hold it quite steady. It seems to be a very rickety thing, but you do manage to hold it steady, and you're slowly descending quite safely.
While still invisible.
You are still invisible, but your invisibility is basically over. It's like got 5 to 10 minutes left on it, so very
Okay.
very little
Let's hope
invisibility
Erik
left.
reaches the bottom soon.
Yeah, so you're sort of slowly going down. What are you guys doing at the top?
Hmm.
This guard's gone off, and this sort of left with you. This guy's
Wait,
like,
what was
you
I
guys can move.
supposed to
The guard speaks up and is like, you guys can move on if you want. We'll get this situation sorted. Go on down there. The ICE people are all going down there. It's supposedly going to be a good fight. What is Erik
Wait,
supposed to be doing?
Eric's walking towards a fight? Oh no.
No, Eric's not walking towards the fight. He went down an elevator that the guards were blocking off. Eric's not doing that. I'm sort of saying the people at the top are. This guard is telling the people at the top, being like, you can go down the pathway towards where these creatures are showing up. Maybe he might be going down to the final boss. You don't know. But yeah, is anyone doing anything at the top, or are you just standing there awkwardly staring at this guard, who is now staring at you a bit strangely since you're not leaving or
You
talking?
can say that you're elevator maintenance people.
Yeah, we get along great.
Good. How's the weather been lately?
Well, weather's always a bit shit. This guy seems to be a bit stupid. He doesn't seem to get that. He's definitely doing a good job of guarding the door, but he does seem to be getting distracted quite easily with you guys just talking to him. No, not yet. Hope to be soon, but no, nothing like that.
Oh, so you have a boyfriend.
Yeah, Bill.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the part where you tell him that Bill's cheating on his boyfriend with Bill.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Oh man.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Whoa, hey, wait a second. Wait a minute here.
Wait a second. Is Astra implying something here?
A deception check with a disadvantage. Sherry, by the way, this whole time is awkwardly standing there. He's going to roll. Really? You saw that? This guy rolled an natural 1, so he looks thoroughly confused. Like, are you sure?
Wait, is Erik supposed to be going down the elevator, or did you intend for this to happen, Beaky?
Is Erik supposed to be? There's no supposed to happen in Dungeons & Dragons.
No,
Things
I
just
mean,
happen.
Did you intend for this to happen?
Well, I intended the elevator would be a thing that people could go down. Yes, that's why it's an option.
Okay.
Did I intend for one person to... Again, intend is a bit of a weird word. I don't have one set path to go through. I've just got multiple branching paths that sort of interlock. Kind of like a spiderweb thing.
It's a
Well,
web
the
of
others
lies.
should
So-
join me on the elevator soon.
Well, you are still heading down.
Didn't you
This is
just like
passing
destroy
time.
it? You like fell down? And, you know what I mean?
Do you think I've
Yeah,
done something
but
wrong?
You know how
Like piss him off or
elevators
something?
work, right?
So,
The
so this
whole-
guy is just talking to Astra. It's like, do you think I've done something to piss him off?
No, it goes down and then never comes back up. That's how elevators work.
Do you think so? Maybe.
What if Bill
Well, I haven't
actually
been.
was doing
I haven't
that?
been. Yeah, but I've also been like working a lot harder lately. Been taking double shifts.
Maybe he's using that extra time.
Got a good point. Haven't been working out a lot lately. Jesus Christ. What do you think I should do?
I would also like to point out that Lime did not censor that.
That is true. And she can't delete it.
It's like the mildest bad word ever. And like most people wouldn't even consider it a bad word. It's kind of like crap. It's like
Okay, crap.
the
is-
mildest.
It's
crap
worse
is,
than
like, less.
crap.
Okay, Lime, you have
I think
said
it's the same.
way worse to me.
Yeah, considering she said racial slurs, not knowing they were racial slurs.
Oh no,
yeah,
no, I
I'm
wasn't
pretty
even
sure you're
counting
okay.
that. I was counting something else.
Oh my.
Lime has cursed at me multiple times.
Oh god, when she
What?
when Lime didn't know what wanker meant once. That was quite funny. That was pretty funny.
I mean, you didn't curse at
Anyway.
me as much as you did curse in a conversation with me.
Anyway, enough of Lime's cursing. The guard's asking you for advice. Astra, what do you think I should do? Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Yeah, you're right. I work hard. I should not put up with this. I'm going to go over there right now and give him a piece of my mind. And he walks off, leaving his post.
Wow.
You
Impressive.
rolled good. You rolled good on 2 charisma checks. So yeah, it worked.
Alright, now we just gotta wait for the elevator to come back.
So yeah, you if you want to open the door, you open this door and you just see a large pit going downwards. Erik, you're slowly traveling down this elevator, and eventually you do get to the bottom. You feel like you're pulling the lever down more, and it's just on the bottom. You see a second doorway.
Okay.
I should also mention, this elevator is not a very well built one in that it's got one wall missing completely. It's not like a very safe elevator. So this whole time you're going down, you're seeing this rock wall, basically.
Okay.
So it's not a very safe elevator, but yeah, you do manage to get to the bottom.
Okay,
and you
Erik
see
is
this other
gonna
door.
try to slightly peek the door open just a tiny bit to see what's out there.
Give me a perception check and a stealth check with advantage, because you're still invisible for like a bit.
Okay.
You're
Here's
basically on
my-
the right at the end of your invisibility. Okay. Just roll. Okay. Yeah, as you're looking at this door, you immediately see some things of interest. You see a battalion of 2 guards. I'll actually show you what you see. I'll just draw it because it's a bit easy to explain. So the elevator's here. And you see more of this winding pathways. It seems to be going in 2 different directions, but what you can only see is this small section of it, basically, from the door. Minecarts, another minecart track going along. You see two guards, and you see 4 dwarves. That one of them's here, two of them here, and two of them here, and they seem to be mining away. They're actually facing you, but they don't see the door. You only open the door a crack, and you're invisible. Immediately, though, you notice something strange. These dwarves seem to be a lot thinner, a lot sicklier than the ones you found upstairs.
Oh,
The
no.
guards seem to be a bit stronger looking, and you see chains in the around the dwarves' legs and arms.
Okay,
So,
so Erik
yeah,
is going
that's what you
to quickly examine his skills, realize that his invisibility is likely out soon, realize
I'm saying you know that your invisibility's. Yeah.
realize that he cannot take these guards in a fight and that this is a fucked up place, and Erik is going to go straight back up that elevator.
How quickly?
Erik's gonna be slightly slow for this, like pulling back just to make sure that they don't notice him
Good.
moving, and then he's gonna take the elevator back up at like a moderate pace, like about as fast as he was going down.
Okay, that's going to take about 5 minutes. The guys at the top, you're waiting, and this elevator doesn't seem to be coming up. You can't. It's just like pitch black. Even with Astra and people who can see in the darkness, you can't see the bottom. It's so far down, and the door is the only thing stopping you from this pit. There's no like inside to this area. It's just like door is here, and dark pit is here. So you can't even step into the room unless you have like some ability to fly. If that makes any sense. You don't know how long these guards are going to be gone for. But, yeah, do you want to do anything particular, or do you want to just wait? Assuming that Erik will come back up.
Yeah, Erik's just slowly coming back up,
Yeah. It'll take about 5 minutes. It's a bit slower going up than it is going down. Especially since at the start of going down, you dropped quite a significant distance. Okay. Everyone can survey their abilities. Don't forget about your Divine Sense line. I think you've used it once, ever. And it's such a good ability that you should basically be spamming every like session, because you've got like 4 uses of it every long rest. So you might as well use it whenever you want. I'm not saying you should use it now, obviously. I'm just
Use it right now.
It came to mind as you mentioned your abilities. Wait, he isn't good. Oh, I love it. Anyone else want to do anything? Dimble? James? Sherry? Loen?
I don't know.
Sherry's just like, we can't wait for very long.
Shush, Cherry. Erik needs to come back so that you can help us free the slaves.
We need to free Luke's mother from slavery.
Yes, Luke's
What?
mother.
Wait, no, Anakin Frick.
Huh.
I'm good at Star Wars. As you can tell.
Hey, Ibiki, if we actually stall it, like this, actually making a decision for 5 minutes of real life time, does the elevator come back up?
Well, if you want to wait, you can just tell me that you're waiting. It's a thing you can do. It's a very valid strategy to just wait. It's just I'm waiting to see if you actually want to do anything.
No, just wait. I mean, if he comes
Okay,
back, we'll
James,
just jump and die. It's fine.
Okay, James, wait. Sherry's like, I'll have faith in Erik. For like
that was
2
a bad
minutes.
idea. Oof.
If he's not back in 2 minutes, we'll think of something else. Sort of thing, and she's just like sitting against the wall.
Yeah. Just wait.
Okay, Astra?
mean, that'd be really, really sus.
You could resummon Bearbot, just anyway. I mean, you could just summon Bearbot and throw him down the elevator to tell him so you guys can know if it's coming back up.
I feel like that
Don't
would
do that.
break
It's
the
mean.
elevator and kill Erik.
No, just kill Bearbot.
I mean, if Bearbot smashes into the elevator and the elevator's already near broken as is.
You said it was a really bad elevator, didn't you?
It's not. It doesn't seem to be badly constructed. It doesn't seem to be bad as in it's close to breaking. It just seems to be very hastily built, and there's no safety precautions. Like this, the lever is quite janky, and there's no wall protecting you from
It
going on
wouldn't be
rocks.
safe if a giant bear collapsed in it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It would damage it, but you don't think it would be enough to fully break it. It's dwarven build. It's strong.
All right.
May not be the safest thing, but it's the strongest thing. Eventually, time passes, and the elevator does indeed come back up as Astra's racking her brain to come up with a plan. And the elevator comes back up. You see Erik on the inside, now re-visible because his invisibility has worn off. And everyone realizes now, oh, it's an elevator. Yeah. So we're getting in?
Okay, I'm gonna tell them really quickly what I saw. Just like, yo, guards, malnourished slaves.
Are you doing this on the way down?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'm assuming you closed the door, so you're sort of on the way down. Are you going to keep going down straight to the bottom? Or are you going to, like, wait in the middle somewhere to talk about plans or things? It does take about 5 minutes to get down, so... Don't talk about anything?
Can we create the worst, most tragic, most awful event and tragedy?
I will also say this elevator is quite cramped with the 6 of you in there. Oh yeah, is Ursula with you? I'm assuming Ursula's with you.
How?
Even more cramps.
Oh, because they don't need to pass for Ursula.
Oh, okay.
It's a robot bet. Artificers exist. Like it's a bit like whoa, it's very big, but definitely with Ursula in there, it's quite cramped.
Okay, cool. Good to know. I'll have to pick a pass for Ursula.
Can I ride on top of personal?
Yeah, you can definitely well, it depends if Bongo lets you, basically.
Fine.
Yay.
Erik can give me just an intelligence check to sort of see how much he remembers. Yeah, you basically remember quite clearly. These guys seem to be wearing similar brown and red armor, leathers, nothing too impressive, but they did have weapons by their sides. You noted one of them seemed to have lighter armor than the other. You presume some kind of mage or spellcaster. They were a tiefling as well, this spellcasting one. But they also had swords, quite simple swords. You saw that one had a whip on its side as well. Quite well armed. The dwarves themselves looked very malnourished, very weak, but they were still mining away. And that's basically all you remember seeing. Oh, and Sherry's also there. Sherry, where's Sherry?
Sherry's berries.
I like how I never update Sherry.
We're gonna blow this
Sherry
stuff
does
up.
have a
or
character.
What?
Update it. Huh?
We're gonna blow this stuff up or what?
Oh shit, is her health actually accurate?
Whoa.
Oh my god, her health is actually accurate. That's amazing. I didn't realize it would be. Yeah. Her abilities and stuff on her character are so outdated, though. I've got them in a little note on my computer. If these guards asked for a special pass at the top, I doubt the ones at the bottom would. They might assume that everyone who comes down here is on official Arcana business, and they did mention that only Arcana members could get these notes. Perhaps we could claim that we're Arcana members, or you're an Arcana member and we're your assistants, perhaps? Just my thoughts.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
You can be down whenever you want, really. Eric's holding the controls of this elevator, and he seems to get the hang of it. So you can basically be down whenever you want. Are you ready to be down, basically?
Can I charge Ursula into battle?
You can't just ride on him if you want. If as long as Bongo allows you to, Ursula will not like throw you off or anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's literally just about Dimble could literally say Ursula, kill James, and it would do it.
Wait, how
I
fast
didn't
is
realize you
James?
were
How
talking
fast
about
are you?
Arsenal for a second, so I was like weirded out when you said ride on him.
James, how fast are you?
So yeah,
30 at 30 speed.
Okay, so Ursul's faster.
Wait,
yeah.
can I
But James also dashes all over the place.
All true. Yeah.
can I
So-
use my motorcycle?
Can I use my?
You don't have your motorcycle with you.
It's in my inventory. Come on.
No, it's not in your inventory.
It's just got it in
It's
its
on the
pocket.
ship because you literally, unless you specify you're taking the motorcycle, you're not taking it with you. It's a very heavy thing. It's about as heavy as you, so it's more heavy than you probably.
I just put it in my backpack. Just
No, that's not a thing.
carry it around all the time.
All right, time to go.
Can I
fight.
whittle? Can I whittle a working motorcycle?
Well, you could not just with wood. You need fuel and stuff. Probably
Dang
though, with enough skill. I mean, I've seen people make wooden guns. They're shit, but they work. So yeah, you reach the bottom. Eric pulls the thing to the bottom, and you're just gonna open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Immediately after opening the door, you notice these two guards look towards you, and as you step out, you see two more guards.
Oh.
Both similar to the others. They're sort of standing around. Eric didn't see them before because of the angle of the door, but after opening this door, you can see that there's four of them. Immediately, the tiefling one steps forward. I don't actually have icons on, but yeah, tiefling one steps forward and is like, "What business do you have here?"
Just chilling out.
We are not just chilling out.
Chilling out.
We are not just chilling out.
No, I was just talking to my bear. Why?
Talking. Don't mind this one. This one's a little wrong in the head after a mission.
Any update? Well, I'm just sort of thinking. Sorry. An update? Well, yes, things are going well here. Everything's going as planned. We should have enough. Yes, we should have enough by the deadline.
All right. Well, we really need that material, so. So yeah, if you could get that as soon as possible.
We are working on it.
You think you could pick up the pace a bit?
Both Loen and Dimble give me intimidation checks. Just flat intimidation checks.
It's gonna go great. I can tell you that.
They actually
Oh.
look. This tiefling stands a bit back. It's like, I understand that you don't accept failure, but it is a mutual agreement. We are working as hard as we can, and we will definitely get it done by the deadline.
If you
I'll
say so.
admit the ICE was a good front, but it does lower our productivity. Just so you know.
I know. It really is.
Inspect what? Well, you can look around at the progress. unless you want to dig in the dirt yourself. I don't really know how you'll see the progress. And yeah, as you look around, you can see this. It looks similar to the caves mines above, but the dwarves all look thin, very exhausted. They're all very very purposefully looking at their work, very focused, but they do seem quite sickly. The guards seem to all take notice, but the dwarves are just continuously mining. They haven't stopped mining even when you entered. Just so you know. Oh, we won't delay. And so they continue the guards sort of just survey these dwarves. As you walk along, actually, around the corner, you do notice there's actually quite a few more dwarves. There's 8 more. Not 8 more, 4 more. It's for a total of 8. And they're sort of chained into pairs. Yes, cart track. There would be a couple of big mine carts on it. I don't think you understand production. If we fed them any out, the ones we're feeding more are the reason we have less production.
Can I look at the...
And any issues? Oh, wait. Are you saying any issues? Are you saying there are a few monsters showing up in this mine? Give me... The guy turns to you and is like, what do you mean by that? What kind of monsters have been showing up? You were not disclosed the information. Who told you then that these monsters were showing up? Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Oof.
May I see your pass?
Oh, ooh.
Erik is gonna speak up now because clearly y'all aren't good at talking.
Oh, no.
Okay. You see that the 3 guards that aren't the tiefling that's talking to you all seem to be like a bit on edge, a bit like they're sort of like reaching for their weapons. They're not like pulling them out, but they definitely seem quite on guard. This tiefling just seems to curiously look at Astra and is like, "And yeah, very well, look for it. I'll wait." It seems to be giving you quite a suspicious glare. Give me... I'm going to say intimidation. Just flat intimidation. I may not want to anger Arcana, but you wouldn't want to anger... I need to find his name, fuck. You wouldn't want to anger our friend, would you?
Our friend, that's his name?
No. You know who our friend is. Yeah, I'm not saying... You're probably, are you actually saying that? Or
No, I'm not saying that.
no, I was going to say... No, it's not. But I was just realising they would probably say our friend.
It's like, let me search for his name. Our friend.
Yes. Hungdusk would not be happy to hear this. That you're trying to make threats of us. It's...
You asked them that out loud? How do you type that name?
That, I think. The name sounds very strange. Even like spelling of it. Well, generally you wouldn't know the spelling of it, obviously, but it doesn't sound human or elven. Blood being spilled. I doubt any blood would be spilled unless you gave us a reason to spill blood. I don't really appreciate the threats you're making. have you gotten your pass yet, my lady? And he turns to Astra.
Iki, let me
Give me a
persuade
persuasion
them.
check. Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Let's be honest, the disadvantage means probably anything.
I'm still waiting to see your pass. And he sort of turns away from Erik. He definitely seems to be listening to you, but he's definitely turning away from you for the moment. Give me a stealth check, just as you're mingling with dwarfs. You will have disadvantage because of your heavy armor. But you're sort of definitely just walking a bit over to the dwarfs. Can you put it off? Oh, it would take like a full minute to take off your armor, and it's a bit. And obviously, while you're taking off your armor, it's very suspicious. They see you getting close to dwarves, and one of these guards sort of steps towards you and sort of just getting very close to you, so you can't really talk without him overhearing you.
Can I see how the dwarves are chained up?
Oh, sorry, Bongo, what was that?
How can I see how the dwarves are chained up?
Each of them is chained by the legs, by these things that are chained together, but they're only chained by the legs. They've also got manacles on their arms, but they don't have any chains attached to them. And they're all mining away with these heavy picks. They still have not slowed down. Actually, give me... No, I'm not going to say give me an insight check, but because you're looking right directly at them. You see a couple of them are sort of looking over a bit, like stealing quick glances at this exchange, very curious about it, but they're not... They seem to be very focused on their task. The others. Only a couple of them seem to actually be willing to case. The tiefling now steps directly towards Astra and it's like, your pass now.
What you see? Funny story.
He is going to, as you say, you don't like the tone. He is going to cast Burning Hands on you.
Oh.
And it's going to be roll initiative.
Oh, great job.
He's going to hold up his hand and just shoot fire directly towards your face, basically. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Astra, and everyone roll initiative.
Dang it, I was about to smack him in the face with the baseball bat to make the first move. I was actually typing that up when you said that.
Maybe you should have said it out loud.
Dang it.
This is the downside of not having maps straight away. I'm actually just using these guys as initiative and markers. I'm not going to use them for HP though. And this is a rough map, but if you want any... Oh, whoops. If you want any better descriptions, just ask for things, okay?
Okay.
Just draw out quick. I'm just deleting all these things so I can redraw it, basically.
What? That map was perfect.
Ooh. That sort of thing. What?
You just like drew the same thing, except different.
Yeah, because I had to delete it because otherwise it was on the wrong layer as well. I know I can change layer, but shut up. For initiative. These are the miners, dwarf
That
miners.
just looks like a hot air balloon.
Shut up. It's supposed to encourage more creative thinking instead of just straightforward thinking. Oh my god, I can't spell. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, spell correctly. Slept correctly. Yeah, sure, that's an okay icon. That's an icon.
Wait, is that the frog for Frogger?
No, it's the thingy. With the dexterity save of 14, it's not enough, and you are going to take that much fire damage. 17 points of fire damage.
Oof.
I just need to add the initiative. Where's the initiative? I'm so glad I've got a bigger screen now.
Wait, that's 17 points of damage to Astra?
Yeah.
17 points of damage is more than half my health.
Oh, you actually you do get +3 to saving throws, so you do actually take half damage, which is it's half of 17. Fucking 8.
Yeah.
Just gets 9 back. Cool. So yeah, you only take 8 damage from that because you do resist it. You need to. Thank you for reminding me of that. By the way, it's an impossible thing to remember. 15. Okay.
Actually, it rounds up to 9.
Dabo, nobody cares.
Who isn't on the initiative? Astra. What did Astra get? For her initiative?
She didn't.
Did she roll initiative? Oh, she
No.
didn't roll initiative. Okay, please roll initiative, Astra. Loen. Okay, that's 5. Sherry has a 13. +3. Cool. Dimble not roll one.
What? No, I rolled one.
Oh,
No,
why are you
sorry.
rolling another one?
Personal.
Okay, Arsenal. Who are you already on? 9. Arsenal. So many initiatives. And what did Lowen get? And James. Lowen and James and Erik. Jesus Christ, so many.
Owen got a 19. Erik got a 9.
Thank you. Erik got a 9. And James got a 21.
Holy initiative, this is long.
Yeah.
I try to extend it
That's
so
what
it
happens
shows
when you've
all
got-
people, but it's like really...
My screen's way big now, so I can do this. And so yeah, it is. Oh, we've got 2 low ends. What is the green thing? That is the tiefling. That burning hands to you. It's one of the guards. I should probably write their health bars in when there's multiple of them. That would probably be helpful. Yeah. 1 sec. James, what do you want to do? James, what do you want to do?
Dabo?
Well, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Just deleting those temporarily.
So I can still ride Ursula into battle.
He can only move on Ursula's turn though, not on your turn.
Oh, what? So I can't even move?
Unless you wanted to like purposely make your initiative lower, so you're waiting for Ursula to move before you do things. I could do that if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my because I want to ride into Ursula into battle.
Okay. What is Ursula's AC?
Ursula's
what is that?
AC is
10.
12.
So James is going to have 10 as well then.
12.
Oh, okay.
12.
Moving him down.
Oh.
12.
No, oh, no,
it's 10.
you're talking about our initiative.
Oh yeah, why did I say AC? That's done.
Okay,
Lowen,
then
it's your
go
turn
on.
first then, as James is just waiting. Oh, Erik was also. I'm going to move people because Erik was out. Dimble was back. Dimble didn't do anything. So, like, as in the area. Cool. It only slightly looks like a lizard, but it can't find a good tiefling thing. No, being on Ursula does not count as high ground. But it does give other advantages and disadvantages. How do you use a ribbon? You can just use it whenever you want. It's wrapped around your arms, wrapped around your hands. You can use it whenever you want. I'm just wondering if I don't know if it has a limit. I'm just checking if it has a limit. Nope. Yeah, you can. You don't have to use it, but if you want to use it, you can. You don't change your rolls at all. It's just all of the damage you do is changed to fire damage. So you don't actually need to change anything about your rolls. It's just everything's on fire.
Wow.
It also makes it count as a magical weapon, though, which is good. You will attack the dude. Which dude? The one that's next to you? Yeah, he pulls out a nice-looking whip and a sword. Well, not a sword, it's a scourge, actually. He pulls out a scourge, because scourges are cool. Not with disadvantage. You can just attack normally. So you can just redo those. The first attack misses, but the second attack hits, and you punch through with fire for the first time. You watch as Lowen's fist turns into flame, which grazes this guy. He seems to get slightly burnt from it. You can reroll the damage on the second one. So just roll another melee strike, and I'll just take the damage. Good remembering of your stuff. 13 damage. Significantly more. Now I'm going to have to do math. 7 more damage. Yeah, this guy seems to just reflexively jump back a little bit from this fire that seemingly comes out of nowhere. Is there anything else you want to do? Still movement and a bonus action? Can you speak Dwarven? Who else can speak Dwarven?
I can speak Dwarven, aka Steamfolk.
Steamfolk. It's Steamfolk, yeah. So yeah. Tell them to rise. You're just going to say basically, you guys need to rise up. You guys need to do this.
Wait,
Give me a persuasion check.
I can speak Steam Focus too.
Oh, cool. Loads of people can. Anyone who can understand it will basically hear Lowen just speak out. You speak out. They don't seem to talk. They don't talk. They just continue mining. Most of them have actually stopped mining now and are like looking as actively things are fighting. But even a couple of them are still mining throughout this. The mutton dies like young. Sherry looks left and right, scanning the area, and darts quickly forward towards this guard that you are attacking, and just quickly strikes out twice with her quarterstaff. This spear that's got a broken end to it. First attack hits and manages to knock against his feet, dealing 7 points of damage, but the second attack just goes overhead. The dwarves, or a couple of them, just continue mining. Some of them have definitely piqued an interest and are peeking out, but you notice these guys are like still very, very afraid of these guards. The tiefling's turn. Tiefling turns. The tiefling turns.
The what?
And is going to. What's that? Looking up spells because they've got spells. Okay. Yeah, it's just going to attack you twice. Bringing out a small sword, it stabs at you twice. It is going to hit both times. Dealing with my D8. D8, where are you? There you are. Give me a Constitution saving throw, Astra. Astra, can you give me a Constitution saving throw? Lime.
Well, just kill
Lime.
it.
Lime, you there?
I'm
Lime. Oh, stop drawing a hot air balloon. I can see you. I can see you drawing this like it's a hot air balloon. I think Lime is dead. So that's fun.
I'm
Kill.
Lime is kill. Should I make the Constitution save for her?
I guess. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Just
Oh, there she is.
die?
Hello. Oh, it's fine. You just got attacked by this guy. Slashed at you with 2 attacks. And you're going to need to make me a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you feel like this guy's blade is coated in some kind of poison, but you manage to brush it off quite easily. It is Ursinal's turn. Ursinal and James, you can basically make your turn at the same time. Has Ursinal been commanded to do anything in particular? I don't think he has yet. So
No.
James basically can just do what you want.
Hey,
Where
where's
do you want to sort of direct Ursinal? Where's what?
Yandy?
Yandy is in Astra's pocket all the time, basically. It's a very small little baby wolf. So it can definitely rummage around in her bag and in her pocket and stuff.
So I could get advantage in sneak attack if I attack someone next to Astra, right? Or I guess
Even if it was next to
Me
Arsenal,
too.
you'd get advantage.
really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah. You. I like how we had that conversation, and then we didn't have that conversation because we didn't actually decide in the end of what you were going to buy, didn't we? So you don't have a yeah, you can have a bird. We'll sort out the money later.
Heads up to everyone who it's relevant to, but the next thing for TDG is up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
stop distracting me. All right, okay.
Yeah, what the heck?
I didn't do. Did I do what for you? I'm confused. Anyway, James and Ursula, what are you doing?
Okay, so can I? Okay, can I run into somebody with Arsenal and then
Yeah,
shoot?
Rob did the TDG thing.
You can run into some. You can barrel into someone with Arsenal, try and knock them down, basically, and then attack them.
Well, can I run into somebody with Arsenal, but then also shoot behind me at somebody else?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Are you going to run into the one that's like furthest away, so it's like a long straight charge?
I'm gonna run to the green guy.
Okay, so you're running towards the green guy.
I think that'll still be good.
Arsenal, can you give me Bongo? Can you give a strength check, please, from Arsenal? James, who are you shooting at?
The guy that's low health.
Okay, you don't have advantage, but you do have sneak attack.
All right. So I'm not gonna use sharpshooter.
Yeah, Arsenal barrels into this guy and knocks him completely to the ground easily. He's knocked prone. You're not using sharpshooter?
No, I'm not, because I would probably.
Yeah, you hit him and you just blow this guy's head off
Oh,
completely.
well, that's
Awesome.
rude.
Okay, that's your turn and Arsenal's turn. Erik.
Okay, Eric's gonna walk up here, smack that man in the face with a baseball bat.
Okay. You have advantage, by the way. But it hits anyway. Just roll. No, don't bother rolling it. You have advantage. Takes 8 points of damage. No, 9 points of damage. I don't know why I can't count. 9 points of damage. I literally just in my head said 8 plus 1 and said 8. So that's fun. 8 plus 1 equals 8.
Makes sense.
I will also, another very important part of my turn, I will inspire Sherry.
Oh, okay. Fill Sherry with inspiration. And yeah.
I feel like there's a
it
deal to be
is-
made there somewhere.
Dimble's turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot this guy.
Okay.
Let's see, is that thunder reminder?
Yeah, that's gonna hit. It takes 8 points of damage. These guys seem a bit they don't seem well equipped for this kind of ambush. They definitely just seem to be guards that are in charge of protecting and punishing and leading around these dwarves. Yeah, Erik filled Sherry with his inspiration. Jammed it right in there. Inspiration's gushing out of her right now. Anyway, Dimble.
Dimble. What?
Anything else or nothing?
Wait, let me check. There's this 30 feet. I'm going to use my flute to give James Ranger
Which is advantage on an
the next range attack.
range attack. Okay, James, you have that. Please remember, you have advantage on your next range attack within like a minute or something. I think it is.
It
Astra.
doesn't say.
What do I have?
If it doesn't say, it will be within a minute. Because
Wait, what do I have? I was getting something.
advantage on your next range attack, basically.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You can just add in the next minute to that because it would be OP if it was just like not OP. It would just be really kind of silly if it was like it could last forever.
Well,
It's more for it's meant for being an in combat. Oh yeah, you can't. Never mind. But yeah, just remember it's in the next minute because that's how usually those spells work. Astra is divine rage. Astra is divine rage. So you channel this rage, and Astra just
Turns
seems to be very angry and pissed off. She swings out. That's going to hit. And second attack, well, you have advantage with those attacks. if you want to reroll them to see if you get crits and stuff. Because this guy is knocked on the ground right now. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Sure. Why not? I mean, I'll say you. Yeah, I'll say. Okay, roll the next one. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just take the first ones then, because yeah. Math. What is that math? It's 19 plus 6 is 25. This guy takes 25 points of damage slashed into him twice.
Should rise up.
Okay. Just very angrily yelling. The two guards. This one is going to start running. Yeah, he can run off screen basically. He's just running away and he's yelling, "Help! Help! We need help here!" The other guard is going to spend his action getting up the guy. He's going to spend his bonus. No, it's an action. It'll be an action getting him up. Action getting him up. Bonus action. He's going to. No, he didn't have any. That's the other guy that has it. Shit. So yeah, that's basically his turn. He spends it getting his friend up. It's Lowen's turn. Lowen, behold.
Oh, I get it.
I ain't gonna. It's pretty funny.
Okay, you'll move there.
Guard.
Oh yeah, the first attack easily hits and does 12 damage. Yeah, you actually managed to just knock this guy to the ground. He seems to be easily bleeding out and he's just dead, basically. Knock him down, he's not getting back up. You just punch him into the ground.
Can the steam folk rise up yet? Can we have a communist revolution in this?
Yes,
this game?
usually you can't, but I'll say no. Usually you shouldn't really be able to because it's an action to shoot, and you just use your action making the first attack. So no, you shouldn't. Actually, no, I will let you because you usually can make 2 pistol attacks. So yes, I will let you make your second attack as a pistol attack because your first one killed it. I'm making it canonical. You can do a pistol attack. Just a pistol plate. Yeah, just blink this guy with a small little pew, and it hurts. Pew. You see this guy? He's got quite big arms. Lowen. He just punches with these massive flaming fists, and then pulls out this tiny little pistol. And it's like pew. Sherry seems to stand for a moment and seems to just back up. Okay, the dwarves all seem to actually be turning around. They're still even like a bit like skeptical of what they should be doing, but they're just mostly just standing there like, what are we doing? I'll say you can't do it this turn because you basically use your whole turn going. No, that's not a thing you could do. Ursnal and James and Ursnal, are you just going to wail into this remaining guy?
Yeah.
Dimble, you can give me Ursnal's attacks for this guy.
Okay.
I can't really shoot him since I'm so close, right?
I mean, you could. It just would have. You actually have advantage. It would just be a normal attack because you have advantage on your next range attack, but disadvantage because you're so close. So it should be normal. The bite is enough to send him screaming in pain, howling in pain. But do you have 1 claw attack or 2 claw attacks?
Go ahead and roll that too, just in case. Oh, okay.
You fire this pistol around. You actually fire it and just sort of grazes against Ursnal, scuffing his paint job. Doesn't do any damage, but scuffs his paint job.
Sad.
Yeah. Erik.
Okay. Does Erik know how to speak steam folk? Oh.
Don't think he does, no.
And comprehend languages doesn't work, and I think it would be offensive to try to use speak with animals on steam folk.
Probably a bit.
Oh my gosh.
Probably a bit offensive.
But would it work?
No.
Darn. Okay.
Because they're already like speaking a language, right? I mean, animals aren't.
This guy's still there and still
Speaking.
alive, right? Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's got this. He just got a massive. His arm is basically ripped off at this point from the Arsenal just gnawing
Okay.
into him.
Erik is just gonna just smack this guy a little bit with a bat, you know.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you miss. This guy just like this guy is panicking and just squirming around randomly, and it makes it quite hard to hit him.
Yeah, I tried to hit the arm when there was no arm.
You actually just like you tried hitting for his arm. You actually go for the arm just at the same time the bear just eats it and just takes it off away from you. You're like, oh, I was going to hit that. And Arsenal just spits it out. Large arm.
Okay,
Dimble. Unless Erik wants to do anything else.
Erik's just gonna tell this guy that he's gonna die. And that he should have considered Erik's
You're gonna
offer.
die.
You're gonna
You should
die.
have considered my offer, friend.
Yeah, this guy gets shot up. He is barely clinging onto life. He's just on the floor, gasping for air. It is Astra's turn. Astra's still raging. Super pumped up and angry. You wouldn't need to disengage. The guy is on the floor, like he's dropped his weapon. He's just on his floor, basically bleeding. You wouldn't need to disengage. Like he's as good as dead. And yes, you could definitely catch up to the guy if you did a charge attack. Okay, just give me a charge attack. Whole turn doing a charge attack. Just roll again. That advantage, obviously. 20 points of damage. Do you want Holy Smite? Oh, no, you can't because it's a charge attack. Yeah, you do 20 points of damage to him. Just hit him really hard on the back as you just chase after him. Super angry. Super pissed. Astra is pissed. That's your whole turn for a charge attack. This guy is going to be like, please don't kill me. The other guy is going to turn around and is desperately going to swipe at you twice. While still shouting, help! We need help here now! And he's going to slash. Both attacks miss. You've got good armor. He's going to disengage and back off. Yeah. Imagine that's going round, I guess. He's just basically trying to keep his distance from you while slashing at you, shouting for help. Loen, behold.
Are you gonna make that joke every time now?
Yes. Yes, I am. Okay, moving to the dwarves. Okay, yeah, it takes quite a while because these things are very, very tight on the skin. You can even see like red marks around their wrists and ankles where these things have been on them. But it takes you quite a bit of time, but you start releasing them. Sherry is going to be doing the same. She just goes over to these dwarves and starts untying them, manacling them with the best she can. Their dwarves seem to be trying to get themselves free now. A couple of them even still seem a bit like, what's going on? What should we do? Should we run? Should we help them? What should we do? They seem to be very confused. James and Ursnul, you're standing above this guard that's bleeding to death.
Man, I'll just kill him. I mean, probably just like barely walk into him and he'll die.
You have advantage on any attack you want to make against him and sneak attack. Like he can't. He's just like.
Wait, I'm gonna advantage sneak attack and give sharpshooter.
Oh God. Okay.
It's a little overkill.
You get up off Ursnul and just step down. Point your pistol right to this guy's face. Shoot him. His entire face just becomes obliterated. He's got a headless and armless body. Armless and harmless. Erik, it's your turn.
Okay, so this dude is like pretty much dead, right?
No, he's
You also don't really. I'll say since he sort of ran around a corner, you can't really see him, but you could
I
definitely.
mean this dude.
Oh no, he is dead. He is actually dead.
I just
Like,
blasted him in the face with
his
a rock.
face is not there anymore. His face is
Okay, in that
gone.
case, Eric's gonna go and start bringing dwarves over here.
Okay, Dimble,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Alright, well, so all the enemies just gone from sight.
Yeah, Astra. You saw Astra basically frothing at the mouth, just running after it though.
Sure, I'll go with Astra.
Okay, you're just gonna run as fast as your little legs can carry you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can basically get up to Astra. You're just sprinting, and it's Astra's turn, so I assume she's going to be running away from the position. Yeah, just going to do another charge attack. Yeah, you charge attack. He's running away from you. Still be like, help! Help! We need help! He's dead. He is just obliterated. Completely. Yeah, you're out of initiative. That is true, they did attack you, but as Erik rightly put, Erik would have attacked first too.
Okay, but at that point it was super obvious that they would attack us, so
Yeah.
I'm still morally in the right.
Are you saying that? Are you out loud saying that? That you're already in the right?
No.
No? Okay.
Here's what Eric's gonna say.
Okay, yeah, it takes quite a while. It actually takes a few solid minutes. Because they're pretty tough. You actually eventually have to use your tools, your sword. You need to actually pry heavy things. Use tools from minecarts, anything you can. Once you get a few of the doors free, even though they're so weak and so malnourished, they even help you trying to get the chains off the rest of them. You're saying you didn't kill good men. Okay. And yeah, you break these chains off.
We don't ever kill anybody, ever. We're good people.
We never kill any good people.
Totally innocent. We don't kill anybody like, I don't know, somebody running away.
You know, we would never just.
That was morally justifiable.
No, it was not at all.
Are you actually talking about this in character?
No.
No.
Yeah, okay. I'm just wondering.
I mean, that's what my character thinks. I don't think I would have said that out loud because I don't think there's any reason for me
I mean, you probably wouldn't stand, especially since you see Astra come back, just like covered in blood and being like from her divine rage. Probably not a good thing to put in
Okay,
that.
Astra.
Hey, Astra, you want to just like chill?
Eric's gonna go see.
It takes a minute, but Astra does calm down from her divine rage.
1,000 damage.
Eric is gonna go see what Sherry feels about all this.
You going up to Sherry and talking to her?
I mean, assuming we freed all the steam folk and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
like I
you
can
do-
do it while
you
I'm
freed
working.
them. Yeah, you freed
Yeah.
them. What are you going to say to her?
Just like gonna generally check to see how she's doing and all of that stuff, because she mentioned she
completely
didn't
ignores
like
you.
killing.
She's just completely ignoring you.
Okay.
Yeah, but these dwarves do speak common as well, but loads of you can understand dwarvish anyway. Like the only Astra and James can't understand Astra and Erik can't understand dwarvish. Sherry can't either, but they basically tell you, thank you so much for helping us. They've been treating us like shit. They explain quite a lot of things. They explain that they have been under the rule of a very evil dragonborn man known as what's his name again? Known as Hungask. This evil dragonborn who seems to rule quite fiercely. They're kept in a cage to the left. To the left is where they keep the guards, more guards, and behind those guards are more enslaved dwarves. To the right, they basically don't talk about what's coming to the right directly. They're like, they try and dodge it. One of them's like, just don't go to the right. You do not want to go to the right.
So you're
Everyone
right.
who's gone down, everyone who's been taken down that path. No, it's not. He is to the left. To the left, he's underneath the guards' quarters. As far as we know, there's somewhere. We've never been down there ourselves. We're not allowed down there. To the right, they sometimes take dwarves there, and they never come back.
Oh.
Maybe they freed them and made them happy.
They all look at you quite. We
You're an idiot.
They you don't need to make any checks or anything to try and persuade you. Like, these guys are totally on board, and then basically like, yes, no, wait, actually, no, we didn't see anyone like that. Nobody's really come down here in a while. A few Arcana people, but no, nobody's come down here. We're mining here all the time as well. It would be very difficult for someone to get by us without us knowing about it, unless they were completely invisible or something.
Completely invisible.
Completely invisible.
We have our subject.
It would be very difficult. And the dwarf goes on. It's like, there are other routes down here, though. From the tavern on the surface, they sometimes smuggle food down to us through these long, twisted tunnels. Although, from this description of this woman, I doubt she'd fit down these tunnels. These are tunnels built for dwarves, and even then, they're very tight fits. People of your size, and she sort of looks around to Astra in particular, because Astra is definitely the biggest person here in terms of very broad armor. Oh, and Loen, both of you are very broad, big, imposing figures. You two
I'm
wouldn't.
pretty broad.
James is quite thin, and especially since he's one of the few people wearing light armor.
Darn it.
James is quite thin.
How about Dimble? Dimble's like 2 feet tall.
Yes, he would be able to go through. And your friends, the sniper and the woman over there, they would be able to get through as well. Probably wouldn't be
Okay,
comfortable.
that's
He would have the best. Dimble would have the best chance. No, don't say Dimble. Say the gnome have the best chance. The Grumble would have the best chance. Your giant bear robot would struggle to. Do you have
You
any
said
food
what to my
or
bear?
water?
What are you talking about?
Dimble, you even notice now. Ursnow's got a scratch on him. His
The
paint
heck?
job's been ruined. James did this. James dented your robot.
It did it on its own. It wasn't me.
Oh, sure.
You do have food, by the way, you guys. Everyone has food, rations, water, and stuff like that. If you want to share it,
I don't have
although
food,
it is your
but
like
I do
only
have
food.
food.
Are you going to give it all to them, or just like give some?
We can kill Arsenal and eat him for meat. Totally.
He has no meat
Ursnow's
on
made
him.
of. Okay.
I know that.
Okay, so you sort of basically give all of your stuff away. Yeah, Sherry does the same and sort of just shares out her food. Loen shares food. Enough food's given out, and they're like, thank you. What should we do? We can't just leave this place. If there's more guards, they'll just take us back. You'd need to kill.
We need to kill.
You'd need to kill him. You'd need to kill the Dragonborn leader, Hungdask. Well, I can't. As you look around, these guys seem to be quite strong dwarves, but their muscles are beginning to atrophy. They're very thin, very gaunt. Some of them look a bit sick. We are the strongest of the ones down here, and even we would not be able to bring much to a fight. The younger and older dwarves, they're further down. They're typically left in the cell and left to sort through minerals, do paperwork, even some of them. But we're the only ones who would even be slightly capable of fight, and we couldn't do too much. The dwarves that they took up there are a front. They know that they're still slaves, but they are left without chains in exchange for more food. It's for this Arcana thing. I don't know the details, but it's to put up a front that there's no slavery going on. They are still slaves, though, up there as well. They've just been given enough incentive to not act like it. Oh, if you manage to kill Hungdask, I have no doubt that all of the dwarves would help you. Although I warn you, he is a very powerful fighter. Where is he? He would be to the left. Underneath the guard's quarters. We don't know if there's any more to it than that, but he has always come up from there. We've never been down there ourselves, so we cannot say for sure. But he is definitely down there. Well, and you look around, they definitely don't seem to be very able or very sick. Some of them seem injured as well. We'll do what we can, but we can't do much. Sabotage the lift. How so? It can be brought back up. There is a hidden lever somewhere. I've been up once or twice. You can bring it back up from the top, but it's not immediately obvious. If you wanted me to disable the elevator, I could probably do something to do so. Will you be using it to leave again later? Very well. And so he's like, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. At the very best, I can break one of these chains and repair it later, weld it later. It would only take me 10 minutes to repair and only a few minutes to break. And it would be impossible for them to fix it from up there. Very well. And he sort of just goes over and starts breaking away at this chain. A couple of the other doors help him, and he breaks this chain. The lift is now disabled, and if you want it to work again, it would have to take about 10 minutes of this guy uninterruptedly working on it. This dwarf, this steam folk. The changing of the guards will happen in about an hour, which is where they bring new guards out and the old ones would go back. So we only have about an hour before people would start getting suspicious of these guards being dead. To the left. We would be heading straight into a guard's territory. We would prefer to stay here. The dwarves seem very like, we haven't even got any good weapons. We've got tools, mining tools. We could stay back, and if you call on us, we'll help you. If that's okay, we'll stay far enough away that they won't notice us. And if you need our help, then we can stay. Oh yeah, the dwarves actually do go up and pick up the guards' weapons. Even one of these very nice looking sword that seems to be poisoned with something. It might have some kind of magical element to it, which the dwarf picks up from pockets. No, it's a one-handed sword. There's no two-handed swords, nothing that big. Most of these things are like sort of one-handed sidearms and a few whips and a scourge. What was Arcana's plot? You're asking what they mine? Well, for resources, this mine has a lot of metals, gemstones. I don't know the specifics, but I assume they're using it to make weaponry, make armor for an army, perhaps. It's a very resource-rich planet, this. Sherry just comes up and is like, "Are we going?" Very well. She just starts walking to the left, basically. She's blanking everyone. So if you want to start walking, you can. Okay. As you're walking, Sherry seems to be just walking a little bit to the side of everyone else. Sort of intentionally to make space. She's definitely still walking with you, but she doesn't seem to be interested in talking to anyone. Yeah, if anyone wants to talk about anything, discuss any plans. From what the dwarves told you, you think you've got about 15 minutes before you actually get to the guard area. And as you're walking, you do see more of these like areas which dwarves probably would have been stationed to mine. There's a few spare rocks, a few tools lying about. Nothing amazing though. She just ignores you when you say that. Might be getting to an interesting point that I didn't think we'd be getting to today. So yeah, just talk amongst yourselves if you need to. Otherwise, we can just skip ahead to the thing.
I'm just petting Arsenal.
Just petting Ursnal. It's very cold and metallic. You drink an uncommon healing potion. Okay. Just mark it off and I'll roll for you. Oh, Jesus. 13. So yeah, are you guys talking about anything in particular, or are you just heading on? You can continue talking about Sherry if you want. Anything? I'm just going to keep talking until someone's like, yeah, no, we're fine. We're just going to keep skipping ahead.
I'm just gonna let you talk forever.
Yeah, just like
Sherry did attack in the battle, yes. She attacked one guy and hit him once. She didn't kill him, no. Just hit him. So yeah, what's going on? Anything in particular?
what's
To
going
do? Oh,
on?
okay. What's going
Do, do,
on?
do, do.
And I said, yeah. Sherry just isn't talking to anyone right now. Sherry just seems to be walking along. She does seem to be listening and definitely seems close enough to actually be able to hear you, but Dabo's rolling d20s.
Ah,
Okay. Roll 20, apparently.
whoa.
Whoa.
Roll 20, you can roll d20s?
Okay, none of that, please.
You said roll 20s.
Ash is going to get into Sherry's way. Okay. I love the RP. It's the best thing ever. Very well.
Hmm.
She seems to take a moment, just to stand still. I do not see the value in senselessly murdering everyone we come across. Yes, they attacked us, and it was self-defense for a while. However, one of those guards was on the floor begging for his life, and James shot him in the head. I understand the value of chasing down someone who is screaming for help and restraining them, but was he attacking you? With medicine, he could have. There are powerful clerics who could have restored his limb. We didn't necessarily have to leave them behind. We had manacles and chains from the dwarves. We could have easily kept them trapped. And we could have disabled the elevator, like we did. We could have even left one of us behind to keep an eye on them, or left the dwarves in charge of it. Heck, we could have toppled a minecart over them, with enough strength. I see your reasoning, but please, just tell me that you would never kill someone for no reason. I see. We should keep moving. We don't have much time. And she turns and starts walking. Give me an insight check, both of you, actually, as you're talking to her. And Erik can give one as well. Astra, you don't really notice anything. She seems to trust you perfectly. Erik, you've spent quite a lot of time with her, and you can tell that, well, Sherry isn't very good at showing her emotions, or rather, she's very good at hiding them. Something was very off about her. She's still... There's definitely something there that's just not right. You don't know... You don't think she completely trusts you. No. Sherry is very, very good at deception and hiding her emotions. It's called a very hard skill check. And Erik passed it. Hard skill checks are a thing that can happen. Especially at this point when you're like level 6 characters now. What? Yeah. You can actually start getting things
What?
pretty tough.
Impossible.
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 I love this drawing. You need to draw the giant R on the balloon.
So yeah, you keep walking, unless anyone wants to say anything else. She turns to face you. What have you done in the past?
I've made mistakes and choices that Todd did deny. After the storm, Hunter was born on the 4th of July.
Jesus, Bongo.
That's a really good song. So oh, there's another conversation going on in the Discord.
Persephone dying. Who is this Persephone?
Oh no.
I'll admit, I have heard people over-talking about her on the ship, but I didn't want to pry. But I feel like now is as good a time as any to pry.
You regret killing Persephone? How dare you?
Give me a deception check, because that's not entirely true. It's not that it's not entirely true, it's more just that you're definitely leaving out key details. For instance, that you tried attacking her as well, and that sort of thing. So it's more a deception and sort of gloss over the bad issues. Let's see if I can insight that. Okay. You won't know if I can.
Oh. Oui, oui.
Is that all? I don't disagree that we need to free the steam folk, but I would prefer if we did it without killing anyone else. Except, of course, for this dragon fellow, this dragonborn fellow. If he does end up being vicious. And no, they wouldn't have died for nothing. But even if we do free those steam folk, would their death have meaning then? Would they be justified? I don't think they would have been. Apparently. Astra, you mentioned something just now Do you not regret killing this Persephone person? She seems to listen to what Eric's saying, but is mostly just looking at Astra now, waiting for a response, sort of thing. She seems to stare quite blankly at you, sort of waiting, just hearing you out. Seems to be thinking a bit, like cogs spinning in her head. I see. She turns and begins walking again. We don't have much time. Yeah, you can give me an insight check. Both Erik and Astra, because these are the two, like, the two that are sort of in this conversation. Yeah, Astra, you don't know anything. No, Erik. Can't quite read her. Very tough to read. You continue onwards, and you find yourself outside these large double doors, which is the only place you can really go into from here, and it's almost definitely from the dwarf's description, the entrance to the guard quarters. From what they've been telling you, they are pretty lazy, and the guard quarters actually do sprawl out quite a bit with several different rooms. So there's a good chance that when you open the door, there's not going to be anyone in the immediate room. But you know immediately after going to the room to the left, there's a door. If you go through that door and go down, you can go to wherever this leader guy is. You don't know if there's going to be anything in there else. You also know, but beyond the guard quarters, if you go to the back, there is more dwarves being imprisoned. But you know that the way to the boss is to the left, to more dwarves is to the back, and there are other rooms to the right and left, like other doorways where people would sleep or people would play card games, or there's a small kitchen, that sort of thing. So you don't know exactly what's going to be beyond the door unless you can see through walls or something. One sec. Doing two things at once. Are you going to just because you're currently outside of this door, so as soon as you head in, you know that you would want to head to the left. But if you want to discuss anything before going in, yeah, there are more dwarves, but from the descriptions, they're very sickly. Mostly the weaker ones, either the children or the very old ones, or the ones that are just too weak to be miners, and they're typically just locked up there, given more menial tasks. Some of them are cooks. Some of them clean. Some of them do paperwork. Some of them organize minerals, that sort of thing. Stitch up armor that's been damaged. Eric's got to go. Okay.
With Rob.
Indeed. Rip Rob.
Alright guys, let's go invade the other voice channel in the Discord.
Why?
Because there's people talking in it.
Let's not.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, so you're just going to step right into this main room and then immediately go to the left.
Let's go.
You could try and check the room out first. Yeah, you can sort of like peek through the door if you want. Okay, you sort of peek through the door. Just give me a perception check as you peek through the door. Yeah, you look around. You only see one figure in the room, and they seem to be leaning up on a chair. You think they might be asleep or resting. So if you moved quietly enough, you could probably just get through, go to the left, just head straight down to this room. You also see the door you're supposed to go through towards the boss, quote unquote. Yeah, you tell everyone. That seems to be. Sherry goes invisible. And you see the door open and then close again. The main door. The one to the main area, the main guard area. Yeah, the one that you just picked. Peek through. It all opens and closes after Sherry went invisible. You'll follow? Yeah, you open the door and you see Sherry reforming to visibility just as she steps through the door towards the boss, towards Hungdask, and she's stepped through. Do you all just want to follow? Give me stealth checks, anyone who's following. Ursula going to have to wait behind. Ursula probably wouldn't fit through the door to Hungdask. So if Ursula couldn't come with you, just so you know. With disadvantage, anyone who's got like heavy armor. I mean, don't bother rolling Astra. Okay, I said don't bother re-rolling for a very good reason. I'm not even going to need James to make a check. James is fine. James is always quiet. But yeah, you all stumble very loudly, and the guard who was asleep wakes up. But you all manage to get through the door. The guard looks around, but you don't know what he's doing because you've closed the door behind you. You don't know what exactly he's doing. Ursula's waiting outside the guard area. I'm assuming are you telling him to like hide or go back to the doors or what?
Just go back to the dwarves.
Okay, cool. That's where he is. Cool. Okay, and you head down. You find yourself in a long hallway, and this hallway seems to end with another door. You immediately notice something very off, though. There are two bodies in this hallway. Bodies of this brown and red guard in this armor.
My God.
You're boosting, okay? Both bodies are guards, yes. Or at least they're wearing the guard's armor. I'll say for canonical reasons, Erik is staying behind as well. I don't know why he would, but yeah.
Makes sense.
It makes sense because he's not here. I'll actually say Erik stays behind because his canonical reason is he'll keep the guards busy in case they come out for the dwarves.
He will persuade
And so
them.
he'll persuade them. He'll hit on them. No, so that's his like thing. So you're hurrying. Everyone's just rushing, like sort of dropping this whole stealth thing because you're already moving very loudly and just sort of rushing to this door.
Hey, I hear Bill might need a new boyfriend. So
Jesus. No, Bill was the boyfriend. The other guard didn't even have a name. I'll call him Charlie
Charlie.
because I can only think of like super generic names when under pressure.
Under pressure.
Oh god, are they like? Aren't they a duo of like a show or like a kids show or something? Charlie and Bill. Aren't they? Oh, I'm
Sounds
thinking
like
Bill
a-
and Ben. Never mind.
It sounds like a British show.
It does sound like one. There's Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men.
There's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Do you guys know about Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men?
That sounds
No.
really weird. What is that?
Sounds really weird.
It's
That sounds
it's kind of creepy.
psychedelic show.
Just Google it. It's kind of creepy. It's like it is a kids show, but it's like these people who are Flower Pot Men. Yeah.
Bill and Ben.
Okay.
Anyway,
Flower
so yeah,
Pot
you
Man.
head. Are you
British television program. What
double
is
doors?
this? Ooh, it's on the Thomas the Tank Engine website. There are a
Why are you guys
bunch-
heading through
this
the
up
door?
again?
Are you guys heading through the door? Are you guys heading through the door?
You guys, I think
The
we should
door?
head
Are
through
you guys heading through?
Guys, we should head through the door.
Oh, Bill and Ben are twin tank engines.
Door heading
in
through, guys. Are
Thomas.
you?
Uh,
Okay, so everyone is heading through the door. You rush through this door. Lowen even hasted, so Lowen's easily the fastest one going through. You basically burst through the door. It is mahogany. You burst through the door, and immediately you see quite a strange sight. You see a dark figure, which immediately turns around and stealths before you can really get a good look at them. It just looks like a dark blur before it goes invisible. You see a small gnome, a grumble lizard man with many potions around his belt. Dimble would recognize him as Zook. And you see a very blood-soaked Laura plunging her sword into the chest of a dragon-born man.
Oh.
She looks severely... she looks like she's just gotten out of an extreme fight, plunges her chest in, and pulls up her sword, soaking the floor in blood. She looks up towards the door and sees the five of you, Sherry, Astra, Lowen, Dimble, and James,
Hey.
looking towards you. She sort of stands still for a few seconds, just gazes up towards you, and it's like, you.
You.
And she charges towards you. Please roll initiative, everyone.
Ooh.
Laura and Sherry are both here. Towards you, Lime. Everyone, please roll initiative.
Do.
And I'll just get a map up. There we go.
Oh, there goes my initiative.
Hugh? Who's Hugh? Oh, does it?
Uh,
I'll just redo it then. Did that fix it?
Yep.
Cool. I think I figured out why that happens.
different pages.
Yeah, Lowen's got a 17. Oh. I like how Limble's the only one who actually puts his own initiative on as well. Where's Drew? You don't know? Where is Drew? Where is Drew? Where is Drew? It's a good question. His name's Darius in this, but yeah.
It's because
You don't know where he
sometimes
went?
I remember to click my token beforehand. Because we can't put it on afterwards, you can only put it on beforehand.
And oh, Sherry. I was like waiting for someone else, but it was like, oh no, it's me. Me has to do this.
Mimi has to do this?
Mimi has to do this.
Mimi's back. Mimi's joining us
Good-
for you,
good.
Dave.
Good job, Zerk. Oh, good job, Darius. You're also amazing with your initiative. I'm glad that you guys are a valuable member of your team. Okay, at least Laura rolled high.
Can we have like a cameo from
Yeah.
Mimi?
No, why would we? No, just no.
So, James, it's your turn first, and you see Laura. I'm just going to make it move her a bit because she's just barreling, sword held, straight towards Astra.
Well, I'm. Well, I'm on Arsenal, right?
No, Ursula's not
Ursula's
here.
left behind. Osmo has to get left behind because he wouldn't fit through the doors.
Oh, all right, fine. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Yep. Okay. Yep. All right. Yep. 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 Okay. That's yep. All right.
All right. Okay. Okay. So
All
I have
right.
to see. I'm gonna shoot at the dude running. That's with
Gonna
the
shoot at Laura, or the stunning one.
Wait, what'd you say? The what?
Are you gonna shoot with the stunning bullet?
Yeah, the stunning bullet. So she
Okay.
stops.
Give me a shot. Just shoot. Give me a shoot.
Shooty shoot.
Yeah. That's gonna hit. You don't have sneak attack, but I'll just take off the sneak attack damage. It's fine. So it's just gonna be 4 damage. It's gonna be 4 damage. She. Okay, yeah, she gets stunned in her place. You see her body seize up as this electricity just sort of runs through her body, and she's like, and she's still grunting quite heavily. She's still trying to you still see her body physically moving, trying to move. It is until the start of their next turn, so she already breaks out of it because it's the start of her next turn. Her initiative was just after yours. She breaks out of it. Yeah, no, bad time on the initiative. Having a stun that lasted for an entire turn would be so overpowered. She's just like, and it seems to just fuel her. She just seems to be soaked in rage. She runs directly over towards Astra and just wraps her arms around her, trying to grip her. Give me a strength saving throw.
Come on, she's just giving you a hug.
So this is a powerful hug.
Hey, look. That's how it is sometimes.
That's a 17. I beat it. She picks you up and just tosses you to the side, just heaves you to the left, and turns to face you. She shouts out, Does anyone speak Celestial? I think Astra does. I think Astra is the only one who does, and even then, I don't know if she does. She probably doesn't, actually. Does Astra speak Celestial? Common Elvish, no. You see her shout something in a Celestial, which is quite a beautiful language, but she shouts out, and that is her turn. It is Loen's turn. No, Celestial and Elemental are 2 different ones. Mira spoke Celestial, which is why I'm getting confused. It's Loen's turn. You've never met any of these people, Loen. But they seem angry. Or at least Laura seems angry. Okay, run up to this guy. He's very short. He's about half your height, if that. You can punt. Okay, yeah. You don't have disadvantage. You just have normal attacks, so you can just re-roll those if you want for normal attacks. I'm just going to start beating up Dimble's childhood friend. That's cool. Okay, take 17 points of damage.
What the heck?
Oh, you're re-rolling the first one? Okay. Re-roll the first one. Just do another melee strike, and I'll take the damage from it.
No.
Okay, that's 12 damage. So that's 24 in total, which is 7 more. You just start punching this guy. This little gnome.
He's innocent.
They seem evil. No, they seem evil. They're charging us. I kind of like it. It's funny. Dimble. Loen just run up to the person you grew up with, and is starting to punch him with fiery fists of death.
Yeah.
And you know, Zook, he can't walk down the street without falling over.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at Pierus to stop hitting Zook because we're friends.
Okay, just sort of saying, stop it.
Yeah, stop, we're friends.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
You don't have to do anything else.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, is that my action? Or...
I'll say if you're actually actively going closer and trying to say, no, seriously, stop, dude.
Yeah.
then that would be, I am punching your salad. That one actually was a reference.
What?
Although I don't even know if it's a reference as well as just a general quote.
No, it's from.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Or not,
duh.
not that. Whatever it is.
I know. I do know that, but I don't know if it's really a reference so much as it's just a direct quote. A reference is usually something a little bit more subtle than that. Anyway,
Oh, shoot.
yeah, what's Astra doing?
Why is it named that? It's the stupidest name in the world. Anyway.
Because it's like the first 4 letters of the keyboard.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
no,
anyway,
it's
what's-
not at all.
What's
It's,
Astra doing?
it's QWER, the first one.
It's the first 4 letters of the home row. I think is what
I'll
it is.
have you know, ASDF are the first 4 letters of the alphabet. I will take note. I'm DM, so this is canon.
Just
So,
can't.
A S D F G H.
QLP DFI IIZ QPL ASD AFQ. I've said like Q like 5 times, but yeah. Astra, it is your turn. You got thrown to the side by Laura, who picked you up with her pretty strongness. And she shouted something in Celestial. She does not seem happy. Yeah, they all have actually had the same character token. No, Mira didn't. Mira had a different one. Mira had Okay, you're shouting that. Give me a. Actually, no, she just isn't listening. Like you're shouting, you're saying this out, but she's just like breathing heavily. Like her eyes look mad. I'll say so, to be honest. If you're actively trying, because that's like more of a. Oh, it depends on what you want to do with your action, really. I guess. Okay, so you just sort of hold up your shield defensively. Okay, cool. It's Sherry's turn. Sherry is sort of just like getting in between the two of you, and it's just like she's definitely holding her back towards Astra, and sort of just holding up her arms, like, "Hey, Laura, stop it. Whatever's going on, we can talk about it." It's just trying to get in the way. Yeah, she rolled a natural 1 on persuasion. Sherry, not the best peacekeeper. Just like, don't fight.
Don't do it.
Don't fight. Zook is going to be like, just, yeah, Zook's gonna give me a dex saving throw, Loen, as Zook throws a bottle onto you.
Get alchemisted. Oh.
He throws this bottle on you. It's an amber liquid inside. He throws it onto you, and you feel this thick, like, sap stick all over your body. Your body starts sticking together, and it becomes incredibly difficult to move. You basically fall over from struggling in this sap. You're knocked prone, and it's very uncomfortable. He's going to just walk away, back up a bit. It's like, stay back, you fiend. It is Darius' turn. You see a shadowy figure, emerge from nothingness, holding in his hand a scroll. He seems to mutter some incantation, and then a giant wall appears. As a giant wall appears, it's a pinky purple. It's sort of like it's still not like you can still see through it, but it's like looking through water or looking through a haze, a pinky purple haze. this massive wall appears. You heard Sherry talking on the other side, but as soon as this wall comes up, everything on the other side of the wall is completely silent. You just can't, like, as if no sound passes through this wall. He is also going to back up, and he is going to get out his crossbow, but not like in an aggressive manner. He's just sort of like getting out and holding it, like quite in a relaxed pose. Like, what's going on here? Just gonna say that. James. Hey, James.
I swear, if you aggravate them,
Hey, all right, hey, okay. What happened? They're not killing each other?
No. Well, I mean, Laura's definitely trying to kill Astra or throw her or something, being very aggressive to her, and Loen tried attacking Zook, but
look, we don't have to fight here. Come on.
I think I'll just like wait. I mean, this is a wall,
yes,
Yeah.
it's a wall.
so I can't even get.
It's like
past it.
you can see through it though. You can see through it. It's like pinky purple haze. You can't hear anything that's going on the other side though.
Can I go through?
And
it?
you don't really know what this. You can give me an Arcana check if you want to try and figure out what this wall is. A magical wall. You presume it probably wouldn't allow you to pass through, or it might hurt you if you pass through it. You don't really know.
All right. Well, I'll just wait here and let everybody else. Because I mean,
Would you like to hold an action to do something?
yeah, if I can somehow get through this wall, I'll like stop Laura from killing Astra.
Okay, so
Something.
yeah. Laura is going to. Yeah, Laura just throws Sherry aside and just gets up to you, and is going to. It's kind of her action. She's going to. She's going to lay on hands herself. And I'm throwing Sherry away to lay on hands myself.
Whoa!
So epic. She's going to heal 30 points. So she's up to 1, 2, math. Okay, cool.
What?
Okay, it's Lowen's turn. You can stand up, yeah, but you're still covered in this stuff. If you want to actually actively try and get off you can spend your entire action
Oh,
just
my
ripping
word.
this strange goop off of you.
Ash,
Oh, your word?
Lime, this is beautiful. Thank you for this.
What was beautiful?
Everything.
What?
So yeah, like what does Lowen just basically spends his entire turn just ripping off this strange goop, this strange sticky substance, and getting it all off of him. Dimble, it is Dimble's turn. What's beautiful? Jesus. Jesus.
So I'm gonna like move up, and I'm gonna say, "Hey Zook, long time no see."
He's gonna reply, "I saw you like loads of times, but you kept ignoring me, dude."
I'm sorry, dude. Frick, man. Oh man, I'm sorry. I must have just missed you.
Have you heard the news then?
What's the news?
Oh, you haven't heard the news then?
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Oh, I don't like the sound of this. What is it?
I'll get back to on his turn. Astra, it's your turn. I like risky.
Oh.
Okay. Honestly, you can't really lay it on the floor. You have to actually properly drop it because she's like quite relentlessly attacking. So it's more just like, yeah, drop it. Still hold your shield up. Doing anything else? Yeah, you can talk. You can talk. Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage. This is the moment important. You just see she's like an animal. She's not even like it's like she's not even hearing what you're saying. She's just swinging her sword recklessly towards you. Sherry is going to step forward and is just going to be like trying to reach around to try and stop her. However, Laura's going to use her reaction to attack Sherry. It's going to hit. Jesus. She's got a ridiculous sword. 11 points of damage. No, she couldn't do that. Oh no, it's actually 3 more. Yeah, the rage. 14 points of damage. Okay. Zook is going to be... it's just going to walk over to you. Dave's going to walk up to you as he's talking and get close to you. It's like, you know he was killed, right?
What? How's
Yeah.
that possible?
Over some stolen documents. We both know he didn't steal anything.
Yeah. There's no way he would do that.
Can you give me a deception check? I know it's not like you're lying to him, but that's basically lying to him. Oh, well, both roll 12, so I'll just take 12. No, I mean, I know someone who would steal documents.
Oh?
Yeah, no, he definitely knows it's you. You don't even need to roll an insight check about that.
This is my fault.
Darius is basically just going to walk over to Loen. It's like, hey, not going to hurt you or anything, but don't try like fighting my friends again, or I'll send you to another dimension.
Oh.
Cool. You going to respond or not? You don't have to say anything. But... Okay. James.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Can I? I'm just gonna like touch the wall.
Okay, let me just Google it real quick. I don't. You can touch it just fine. You touch it,
Like
it feels
solid.
like it feels like almost feels like resin or something like that. Like it's solid, but it feels a bit cool. Yeah. It feels like a solid wall, and you can see through it.
I'm gonna try to shoot through it
You can shoot through it.
Yeah.
You shoot it. I'm just trying to see exactly what happens
with
when
my
you shoot
laser
it. It doesn't
rifle.
work.
I'd like to point out.
With your laser rifle? Oh, actually, you shoot through it. The laser itself, it seems to very, very quickly fade, but it does shoot through very minutely. Like a very, very faint laser seems to shine through on the other side.
All right, I'm just gonna try to do this as much as possible. See if I can make a hole or something. I don't know.
Would you try and like attack it or something?
Yeah, like shoot it with the rifle because it seems to work.
Okay, yeah, you just shoot, you keep shooting it, trying to hit it. The idea you get from this is this thing is not going to break. It seems extremely, extremely strong.
Darn it. I guess I'll just move over here and listen in to what these people are talking about.
Okay, yeah, you basically over here. Zook is accusing Dimble of stealing something. That's basically the idea you get from that. And Darius is not so much threatening Loen, but more informing him. If he steps out of line, he's going to send him to another dimension.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting. Laura is going to attack you twice. That's going to hit. And the second one's a natural one, so it's going to miss. 6 plus 4, 10 points of damage. How so? Are you going to activate it, or? No, it doesn't help you do less damage. It increases your AC. That's what shield does. But no, she doesn't take damage unless you activate it, and you can only activate it once per day. It's more for, oh, I just got hit by a big attack. I can do that. Half of that back to you. Thank you very much. Particularly good against things like rangers and like archers and spell slingers. Well, basically, whenever you get hit by an attack, whenever you take damage from an attack, after she attacks, you can know the amount of damage you took before doing it. So, like, you took 10 damage. Would you like to use it to deal 5 damage to her? Basically, is the idea. Yeah, she can do much more damage than 10. Okay. She's basically going to just be shouting, "Traitor! You traitor! You traitor!" And that's all she's shouting under her breath. And not so much to you, more just she's saying it. Loen, it's your turn. He's like, why would I do that? Who said I'm friendly? Okay, anything else you want to do? Yeah, you still have an action. Okay, he's going to use his held action. I just need to check what saving throw it is.
Are you kidding me? Why would you do this? I can't believe you've done this.
A charisma saving throw. Please give me a charisma saving throw. I can't believe you've done this. You fail. Loen, Dimble and James, you're right next to it. You watch as poof. Where'd he go? He's gone. Darius holds up his hand and purple swirling energy surrounds Loen and he's just disappeared. Like poof.
Alright. Well, that's what he gets.
Dimble, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make the same mistake of being stupid. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep talking to Zook. Oh, man. I can't believe that happened.
I can't believe it happened either. Why did you do it?
I just... the practices they were doing there, they were just awful.
What was happening?
There was lots of deals going on that I did not approve of. One's going on outside of Arcana.
Give me a persuasion check. Just normal. It's not really you're not persuading with anything. It's more just to see how he's taken this conversation.
Oh, whoops! That's not with disadvantage.
I mean, yeah, you can roll just with a normal one. Okay. He seems to be like actually listening to you. He doesn't seem to be like he. At first, his tone was very accusing. Now he seems a little bit calmer, but he's not actively attacking you or anything. But he does seem very like upset with you or confused, mixed emotions. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall, Astra. Okay. Yeah, you can attack. You don't have disadvantage, just normal. And you've got your 2 attacks, so do 24, 14. The first one hits, does 8 points of damage. Is there anything else? You could add a smite if you want. The holy smite. Although, wait, does that do holy damage? Does that do holy damage? I think it does, right? Yeah, no, it is the holy one you've got, so don't bother doing it because you know from the holy damage of your sword, it doesn't work. She seems to be immune to this kind of damage, this radiant damage. So don't bother, basically. That's your turn. Sherry. Sherry is like, stop fighting. Please just stop fighting. And she's going to just basically get in between you two of you. And she's just going to try and push her way in. Give me a strength check, Astra. If you want to. Well, I'll say you kind of have to, actually, because she is. She's trying to push her way in, and she managed to get in front of Laura, but you managed to push her away. Like you almost hit her with your sword as you're swinging it, because she's just getting so recklessly in between the two of you. But she does manage to back off because of that. Zook is like, Laura didn't tell me the specifics about what was happening. I saw that you were a traitor, and I thought that maybe you did it on purpose, like sent people to kill him.
I would never do that. He took us in. He was great. He was amazing. I could never do something like that.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. He seems to mull things over, and it's like he turns to Darius. It's like, should we stop her? Could we be wrong about this? And it sort of turns to Darius, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. She's pretty scary when she gets into things. She's not usually wrong. Tell me, you two, what's this deal with this Persephone person? And he steps up quite interested. Oh, and don't worry about your friend. He'll be back in a minute. Just sent him to a bit of a fun dimension. And so he's addressing Dimble and James right now. So Dimble and James, you can respond if you want. He's basically asking what's the deal with Persephone.
We had this race a while back that we were in. They got really competitive with Persephone, and Persephone, I think she attacked them or something. But then
yeah, because you were actually there, were you? I'm just thinking. Sorry,
stole their car or something. I wasn't really there for it. I was actually kind of out of the race. I've only heard some of the details from my other crew members. So
that's actually true. DM note here. Neither of you would probably know the actual full story because only Erik and Astra would know. Darius says,
she tried to save my life, and then they murdered them. Murdered her, like chased her down. You know, just saying.
James, you're not helping.
James, right?
Yes.
He steps over to you and holds out his hand, sort of gesturing for you to take his hand.
What is this?
Just do it.
Okay. I'll do it.
So you take his hand and you feel a strange sensation. I should say, Loen pops back into existence because he can't maintain concentration on both at the same time. Loen pops back into existence. Loen, just to explain, you briefly felt like you were drowning and looking all around you, you could see nothing but darkness. But you pop back into existence. James, you feel your mind go blank as this strange power washes over you. Do you want to resist?
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah.
Okay, give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, you fail it anyway. You hear a voice in your head, and it's like, James. You recognize it as Persephone's voice.
No.
I want you to know that your friends can't be trusted. They chased me down and murdered me. This Erik, this Astra, they hurt me, but you've known them more than I have. How do you think? What do you think of Erik and Astra?
Seem pretty cool, Darius.
You're saying that out loud.
It's pretty cool, Darius, as you're talking
Yeah.
to Persephone.
Okay, you say that out loud. Everyone looks around because nobody else can hear this because you're hearing this in your head right now. Darius doesn't respond. He's simply closing his eyes. You can talk to me directly. Just think of what you want to say to me.
To me, Persephone.
Persephone Garland. Oh god, I'm not going to do that fucking voice again because that was a fake voice anyway. So
Persephone Garland.
Wait. Was Persephone part of Arcana? Like
she wasn't directly, no, but she was related to people from Arcana, and she had connections in Arcana, and she was respected by Arcana, but she wasn't actually a direct member.
She had a big reputation. Big reputation. Ooh, you and me, we got big reputations, huh?
So yeah, are you going to respond to any more, or just
I'm
do
just
you think they're good people?
Yeah.
Very well. And you feel this effect just fade from you, and Darius just steps back. Interesting. That's sort of took up James's turn as well, I'll say. Laura is going to keep slashing into you. Once I'm done with you, you think I'm your friend? I will kill you, then I'll kill Erik, and I'll kill everyone who's fucked with Arcana. I'm just going to slash him twice.
Ooh.
Hitting once only, so I mean, which is pretty impressive considering she's got like a +9 to her attacks. Math 11 plus 4. What's 11 plus 4? 15. You take 15 points of damage.
2 plus 2 is 4. I missed one.
Are you going to reflect it or not? 15 points. No, okay. That's Laura's turn. She basically just says that. And it's Lowen's turn. Lowen, you just pop back into existence after feeling like you were drowning. Yeah, you can see. You're back. You're back here now. It felt like you were there for like 6 seconds or so, just drowning and surrounded by darkness. He turns to you and it's like, I can do that again. I would rather not send you again. I'm pretty low on energy right now. But if you really insist, I can send you back there.
He wants to drown.
I could send you to a different one if you want. One where you're burning alive.
That's okay. What?
Yeah, you can try and grappling hook him. He doesn't have a held action ready, so he can't like immediately banish you.
Oh
But yeah,
my
you can.
gosh. Man, Pierus really wants to get banished.
Maybe he's got a thing for like burning alive and drowning alive, as opposed to drowning dead, I guess.
Drowning dead.
Yeah, Myra had it. Very briefly, Myra had it.
And then everything.
Okay, you're
ended.
grappling him. Give me a strength check.
Yeah,
And he's
no
gonna.
need for that.
No, yeah, he got a natural 20. So he just basically steps to the side as you try and grapple him. He's like, just stop.
Stop! You're no good. You're no good, Duck. You're
I will
no
say,
little-
everyone here, yeah. Zook seems like a pretty decent fighter. You've seen him fight a bit before. You know from what Dimble's told you about him, brief little snippets and stuff. He's decent, similar to you, how you are. And Laura has been a very good fighter. But Darius has a very strange aura about him that seems to project power. Like, if you just saw the three of them together, you'd assume Darius was the leader and not Myra. Not Myra. I mean, Laura. Fucking all of those names that sound so similar.
Laura, Myra,
Not Laura, yeah,
Mira, Moira.
Astra, Tetra. Okay, it's Dimble's turn. Oh god, Tetra.
Can
Oh,
you make a character that
flashbacks.
doesn't end in the letter A?
Persephone is this world's Tetra. No.
Angelica.
Oh god. Everyone important to Astra has an A again. Lata,
Demonica.
Mocha. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah. So what is Dimble doing?
Dimble is just, I don't know, he's just chilling.
Okay.
I mean, I
Just
can't
sort of
really-
letting
There's just
letting them.
there's a wall here, and you can't really do anything.
Yeah, no.
This guy-
If you wanted to talk to Zook or Darius or whatever.
Yeah, well, I don't really have much more to say.
Okay. Coward. Love Goat's addition to this campaign is crazy old man who's just fucking everything up. But it's in a good way. It's in a good way.
Fucking things up in a good way.
In a good way. I mean, that's basically D&D. If D&D had a catchphrase, it would be the game where you fuck things up. In a good way. You're using the spring whip on her, okay?
With friends.
She's going to make a dex save. I always forget which save it is. I think it's dex.
Friend.
She fails. So.
Quote unquote friend.
Do you want to roll it? Just roll 2d8. Yeah, we screw things up for the better. So yeah, roll 2d8. Well, that's
Abysmal.
great. Great. Oh yeah, are you excited about healing that 2 health, Lime?
You got the average roll in 2 rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, Leyland has a bonus. How many would you like to heal? 15, okay. Okay. Sherry basically stops trying to get in between the two of you. It's like, what? Why would you kill Erik? And her face seems to get very panicked quite quickly. Laura turns to her and is like, he's worse than her.
What?
That guy. I've looked into him. He's heartless. He's killed thousands of people. And,
Okay. Oh
yeah. Sherry just sort of seems to back up a bit and is just like, don't know what to do.
You would dare.
Zook and Darius. The Zook seems to talk to Darius a bit and it's just like, maybe we should just let down the wall. Just sit down and talk about this. Like, I trust Dimble. James seems okay. You can just banish Loen again if you want. Like, she'll kill her. Darius seems to look left and right a bit. Hmm. He turns to Loen. He's like, "Are you going to behave yourself?"
What?
And he lets down the barrier. You actually hear now the sounds of like metal clashing against metal as this sound suddenly returns. As this barrier just sort of fades and fizzles out. James, it's your turn.
All right.
Okay. Alright, okay. Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry, is Laura still stacking Astra, or are they still like talking? or
Yeah,
something? I don't know.
Laura is like slashing quite ferociously at Astra.
All right. Well, I don't have anything to like. I guess I just have to kill her. I can't really stop her. I don't have anything to stop her. Uh, all right. Okay. I'm just gonna like. I guess. How far away do I have to be to actually be able to shoot somebody?
Oh, like with your rifle, it's like 20 feet away, I think.
All
Like
right.
accurately.
Stand like over here then and shoot.
Okay.
And I get
Cool.
advantage with sneak
You
attack, right?
get-
Because she's next.
you
to
don't
me?
get advantage. You don't get advantage, but you get sneak attack.
All right. I thought it was all right. Okay.
You don't get high advantage from standing on a table. It needs to be a significant advantage,
Alright,
How
two
about the
tables.
bookshelves?
like a story, a story. That's like
There's
know,
probably
like-
some stories in these bookshelves.
Yeah, there's probably a few
Jesus
stories.
Christ. Just pile books up. Just stack loads of books on top of each other until it's a really tall tower. Stand on the top. There you go.
Like a great idea.
Yeah, a chair and a table might work.
And
Right.
then like Laura just walks up and just pulls the table out of the way and you fall to your death.
Yeah, but she's too focused on Astra.
True.
Anyway, I guess I'll just make it not with the sharpshooter because yeah.
Just hits. Doing 20 damage. She winces in pain as she just she turns around, pulls out a coin, and just throws it towards you. All five of you need to make a saving throw. Wait.
Dang.
Can I catch it?
Even her allies.
Yeah, no, she's not very happy right now. Give me a Constitution saving throw, each of you.
Ooh, I have. Oh, frick, I keep putting it.
Okay, both of you. Not Astra. Astra's fine. She's not actually. For once, she's not attacking Astra. Yeah, the three of you are fine. Let's see if her allies are fine. Oh, what's this? He's going to use evasion. Yeah, okay, he
Can we all
succeeds.
roll
And Zook.
Yeah, we all did
Oh, poor
amazing.
Zook. Poor Zook.
We all got plus 20.
Yeah, Zook didn't.
No,
Zook's the only one who
that's 'cause
failed.
he's small.
Okay.
Sure,
It's a
not
cone
getting
attack.
attacked.
So Zook takes 37 points. Zook takes 37 points of damage and is frozen. No, he's not. He
Oh,
is frozen
no.
solid and dying.
No.
So
So she threw a thing, and the only thing she killed was her ally.
everyone else takes math. Half of 37.
18.
15, 18. Okay. Everyone else takes 18 points damage. I'll do the damage. Oh, wait, no. Darius doesn't take any, though, because of his evasion. That's fun. I rolled decent on that damage as well. I could have rolled better, though. With the bonus action, she's going to use her last 5 lay on hands points. 94. Zook is currently a frozen solid and is dying, by the way. So, I just need to check if that's how it works, actually. Okay, no, he's not actually... he's dying, but he's not frozen solid.
Okay.
As this cone of ice just shoots out and freezes everyone. Loen, it's your turn. Yeah, could do. Give me a just give me a straight up dexterity check. That's a police car. Oh, there's an ambulance. Yeah, this thing just shoots out quite far. It unfortunately just sails past and isn't able to try and disarm her.
Are you injured? Beaky? Are you need an ambulance?
No, I don't need an ambulance, but there is an ambulance outside.
Outside your
24
house?
drunk people.
Stop there.
Dimble.
Yeah, okay, I'd kind of like to help my friend.
Okay. Would you like to do a medicine check or like a healing spell?
I'm going to do a healing spell.
Okay. Heal him up. Okay. Heals by 8 health, so he's on 8 health. Cool. He's alive. And he breathes back life. He's like, Laura, what the hell? And he's just panting. You can do... is that an action, Cure Wounds? I think it's for you, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. It's a bonus action for some other people. Astra's turn.
Yeah, it's an action.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage. She's breathing very heavily and she's holding her sword out to you, but she's not attacking. She's staring at you with hatred in her eyes, though. Okay. Sherry walks out of the door on shaky legs. Zook's basically just breathing, and she's like, Laura, stop attacking. Please, just stop attacking. Darius is going to shoot Laura.
Yeah, Laura's gone crazy.
She needs to make a... She got a natural 20 on the con save. She takes 8 points of damage. He tries to shooting her with a sleeping dart, but of course it failed. James. He's also going to get in front of Zook, probably. Protectively.
I'm gonna shoot at Laura.
Okay. Everyone's shooting her now, again. Jesus. The 16 points of damage.
Easy.
Oh no, it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit.
No, come on, no, come on.
She's got an AC of 21.
No, come on.
It doesn't hit. Laura is breathing very heavily, and she's just like... And she turns around, looks towards Darius, who's giving her... And to Zook, Darius. Darius giving her a very serious look. And she's like... She just seems to breathe, still holding up her sword. Just sort of looks around. That's all she's doing for now. Loen, behold. Not doing anything. Dimble.
Oh, I get it because his name's Loen and like low and sounds similar. It's pretty. I get it.
Hey guys,
See?
Drew was the old lady. Did you guys know Drew was the old lady?
Wait, she was the old lady.
So yeah. Dimble, are you doing anything?
No, I'm chilling.
Astra, are you doing anything? Okay. Sherry, doing whatever. Darius is basically just going to step forward and say something in Celestial. Give me an insight check. None of you can speak it, but anyone who wants to can give me an insight check. Let's see if anyone else gets it first. I mean, Loen's rolling with advantage for some reason. I like how nobody remembers to turn off advantage or disadvantage. It's great. I'm a people person. You can re-roll with just a normal one, and so can James if he wants to.
You can.
I guess I'll roll for
But will you?
so doesn't really care though. And James, do you want to roll? You don't have to.
Yes.
Okay. Bongo is the only one who actually sort of picks up on it. It sounds quite angry. He sounds disappointed in her, but it's a very strange kind of disappointment. It's the way you'd expect something like a father to talk to a child.
Oh.
It's very much talking down, almost belittling. Can't understand the words, but that's definitely the tone of voice. James, do you want to do anything?
Get that bit over there getting a smack down.
Shoot Dimple. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Shoot
shoot.
Zerk while it's down.
Well, because Laura stopped attacking right now. She's like talking to Darius or whatever.
Yeah, she's sort of just looking around.
I'll not shoot her now because I think she might be stopping. I don't
Okay.
want to kill her if she's not doing anything.
Laura just seems to look around and just seeing everyone just looking at her, quite like obviously everyone is sort of anticipating what she's doing. She sort of just puts her sword down. She doesn't drop it. She just puts it down. I won't attack you. And she just starts walking to the back of the room. Is anyone going to try and attack her? Like as she's walking? I'm going to assume Astra's the only one who really can. Okay. Then you're out of initiative.
Cool.
That's probably a good place to end it, unless you want to do any last-minute RPing. Le last-minute RP.
We'll last minute RP.
Oh, if you want to talk to her now, you can. Astra just asked that. Anyone want to go check on Sherry? No, I'm going to go check on her. Okay, you walk around. Give me an investigation check. Yeah, you can't find her. She can go invisible for 6 seconds. You have no idea where she's gone. Sherry? I thought you were looking for the alcohol, Sherry. I brought you this bottle from the guard room.
You were not sharing with us? Dun, dun, dun.
I suppose we do.
Oh, what's that one thing where they forget a person existed that was like on a show or a movie or something? Oh, what was that? Oh, Corpse Party. That's what I remember. In Corpse Party. That's a good game. Okay, guys. So Sherry is dead since we don't remember her. That is the
Who's
boss.
Sherry?
Corpse Party.
Well, killing one of their close confidants doesn't really seem to say I'm loyal. Persephone, didn't you know? She was instrumental in making a cure for the disease. Without it, we're fucked. You would recognize it. You'd instantly know what she's talking about. There's a disease that's going around. It's got many different names. It affects elven people or people of elven descent, and you would have definitely heard about it. You were lucky enough to avoid it, and it's generally for poorer elves or people who haven't lived it very well. But it's been spreading, and it's very deadly. And
Does it turn them into zombies?
it doesn't turn into zombies, no, but it's very, very deadly, very painful as well. Painful, deathly. It's quite a slow, painful way to die. And it's been affecting elves for quite a while now. She was working so hard on it, and she was so close to a breakthrough. If I had known that she was working on that when you killed her, I would have killed you then and there. I wish I did, to be honest. At that, Darius says something in Celestial to her once more. And she sort of just like backs off. Me neither.
Me. Neither.
I reviewed the footage, you know. And I seen everything.
Oh shoot! He watched our YouTube channel.
I've watched it on YouTube. I've seen the memes.
I've seen all of them. Shoot.
In fact, and she actually gets out her tablet device. We've all got these things, and she actually opens up a video, and everyone in this room can see it now. They can see exactly what happened. You watch as you see Persephone, long, flowing blonde hair, very curly, very elaborate, talking in a very thick Southern accent, trying to lure Erik and Astra out of their vehicle, which was a car, the Bacamobile, pretending that her car had broken down. She failed to do so, and the Bacamobile drove off, and she got into her car in a huff and chased after them. She started chasing after them. She tried ramming their car. Pretty common place in the race. You still see other clips of cars ramming into each other. You watch as the car, it was Astra who jumped out of the car and began trying to attack Persephone directly then. Astra jumps out of the car and starts actually going for the wheels mostly. In panic, Persephone starts steering wildly left and right, trying to get rid of Astra, accidentally bumping into the Bacamobile, causing the Bacamobile to tumble. Astra then gets in, knocks out Persephone. Astra gets out, goes to the Bacamobile, revives Erik. Persephone drives off in her car. That's what you see. Dimble and James, this is the first time you're seeing it like this, these events. And this is also the first time Darius and Zook are also seeing it. Do you remember what happened to the dwarves of the race? Their vehicle got destroyed very early. Yggdrasil saved their lives. You left them to die. And yet they were saved. Airlifted out. But none of you stopped. None of you stopped to save them. Oh, well, you left water. Isn't that nice of you? Bleeding, you left them water. Yeah. If Yggdrasil hadn't saved them,
Oh yeah, I
if
did.
Yggdrasil hadn't saved,
I did
yeah.
save them.
If Yggdrasil hadn't saved them, they would have died.
I'm a good boy.
I'm a good boy. Laura just slides along and shows some footage of a small grumble man just spinning around in a high-powered car, throwing out explosives every now and then, which seems to interrupt with other people's cars, even through a healing, Jesus, a sort of healing explosion around these two dwarfs that were next to a huge wreck. I think I lost my d20. I don't know where it went. Oh well, I'll find it.
Sad.
Yeah, there it is. I'm not that tall. There we go.
Wow, Vicky.
Hello. So yes, I know the full story. She ran for her life, and you hunted her down and killed her. And because of that, thousands of elves are going to die. Because some paladin bitch was on her period. Getting money, of course. She wasn't exactly the richest person, but she was very smart. She needed just a bit of money to get the trials going. No, she didn't work for Arcana. Although Arcana knew quite a lot about her. She was freelance, did some work for them every now and then, but she definitely wasn't a member of Arcana. See, as she's talking, Laura seems to be calming down quite a lot as she's sort of just getting everything out in the open. All of this rage seems to be sort of leaving her. All the while, everyone else noticed. Astra probably wouldn't notice this because she's quite focused on this, but everyone else seems to notice that Darius has a very intense stare towards Laura. And Laura seems to notice it for sure. Zook's basically like, I'm dying! Super injured in the corner. I think that's a good place to end it. Okay. You don't have to end it. Keep going forever. Except not forever.
Not forever, because sleep.
I'm just going to explain generally what happened about everything. So you basically explain, yeah, Arcana's bad. They Dimble. Does Dimble chime in with what he knows? Is everyone being honest about what they know about Arcana, basically, or is
Yes.
people hiding things? Okay. Oh, and but Lowen's not saying everything. That's fine because Lowen has some information. Dimble basically explains how there's been a whole lot of shadiness. James explains what his parents told him about the history of Arcana. Everything seems to come out on the table. Zook even comes in to support Dimble, saying that he wouldn't lie about this sort of thing. And Darius just stays quite silent. Laura seems to take all of this in. It's like, so, there are bad people in Arcana. Well, that still doesn't change anything. Yes, that. You killed an innocent person who was just trying to get money to save people. Everyone in that race was bumping people's cars. Everyone. You know, even Sean and Sherry, they entered that race with the express intent of killing someone. Yet you travel with them just fine. But from what you tell me, there's a more pressing matter at hand. These dwarves. I'm concerned about them, and I'm going to help them. You can help them as well. I'm going to do that. And she sort of just like gets ready to leave. She doesn't seem to pay much mind to Lowen.
Lowen is just Lowen.
Damn it, I'll start a rebellion myself. And Lowen just goes off to start a rebellion.
Someone's gotta do it, and he might as well be done right.
You're still trying to justify it. I'm familiar with your faction. My father even... And she sort of goes a bit quiet. Never mind. We'll see. And then with that, she gets ready to go and leave. She turns to Zerk and is like, I apologize. Are you fit to travel? He looks down at himself and all of the cuts and frozen bits like, no, not really. Fine, we'll rest. And they seem to be ready to rest. Darius just sort of stays quiet, sort of watches this whole exchange happen. Yes, I'll say you sort of asked for help with this sort of thing and saying how I can't even need your help to sort of expose it. She seems quite dismissive of it, but she also, with everything given to, she seems to be putting thought into it. Nah, I was thinking of something. Darius actually would probably go up to James at this point. Not go up to him, just he'd stand still where he is and telepathically communicate to James. He's like,
Okay.
even if Laura continues with the way she is, you have an ally in me.
You got a friend.
Just ask if you need help.
I'm just gonna like
Telepathically
nod,
communicate to James. Hey, you know what?
like nod at him.
Okay.
I guess I could probably talk to him too, but that's boring.
Yeah. I mean, you can just walk back to
Like,
the people
talk
who
to him.
telepathically. Huh?
Yeah, no, but anyway.
But yeah, you just nod at him.
Yeah.
Like, he might not know you have a very good understanding of telepathic communication when you literally just responded to a ghost in your head with, "They're all right, Darius." But yeah,
Well,
that's where we're
because
heading.
that was the point to like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, I know, it was the point. So yeah, what did you think of that? I did not expect you to go to that point. That point. There were a lot of things you could have done in the mines. So many things.
Screw the mine.
So many things to still do in the mines. Can't really say for sure. Although, you know when you had this choice of going left or right, you could go right to the place where nobody ever came back from? Well, yeah, you could have gone down there. You also could have back where the elevator was, you could have gone down, not down the elevator, but gone down the main path where they were sending all the ICE people. No, you didn't even go down there. You never even checked down there. You were like, the door's like, don't go down the right path. Everyone who goes down there doesn't come back. And nobody ever checked there. Yeah, banish is a real thing. It's called banishment.
I'm gonna go.
I think every spell I used is mostly real in this session. Mostly like actual D&D things.
Whoa.
Wall of Force I changed a bit to make it big. But yeah. Oh no, banishment is OP. Don't get me wrong. It's a very strong. It's actually a very strong spell. And also, if it's something that doesn't belong to this plane, it sends it permanently back to their own plane. It is actually a real thing, and it's pretty damn strong. But it also has a pretty good chance of failing against strong enemies, because strong enemies have good saves, they have legendary resistances, that sort of thing. Plus, it doesn't actually do any damage to them for those 10 turns, so sometimes they might use that 10 turns to heal themselves up, make themselves go invisible, that sort of thing. Yeah, that was good. There was a lot of persuasion and charisma going around. 10 turns is a really long time in a fight. It is actually a decent long time. There's more powerful spells. For instance, Disintegrate, which is just ridiculous.
Just look at any level 9 spell.
Yeah, basically, the D&D is notorious for not being very good at high levels because it just doesn't have a lot of support for high level play. Low levels is great. High levels, not so much. It can be. Critical Role, for instance, is a high level D&D campaign, and they do it. It's just very heavily story based, and combat is very much all or nothing. Like the combats are all intense, super intense. Like, how many spell slots did you guys use, or how much of your not spell slots necessarily, because not all of you use spell slots, but how much of your stuff did you use? Like, if you had to give it a percentage.
Like less than average.
Yeah, of course. There's still lots you have to do here, and you haven't healed yet. You haven't like taken a rest. You also have your items though, don't you?
See, I've got
Lowen, you've got
a billion items.
you got your what's it called? The Bow of Fallen Stars, which you've never used, but it's also one of the things that's a bit weird. There's 2 spells though, which one of which is a heal for 3 people. And that's actually pretty good. You still didn't use your what's it called? Divine Sense ever. I think you've used it once. Ever. Pain. Can't really use the second spell. I mean, yeah, you can use it. Use that, punch them, and you hurt them more. Well, you don't hurt them more, but you're more likely to hit them. Not to mention, if you comboed it with someone else, for instance, if Bongo wanted to use Burning Hands, you could use that beforehand, so all of those units would have disadvantage on saving against the Burning Hands. You actually managed to dodge several combat encounters, by the way. Quite funny. Yeah, Bongo has Burning Hands once per day. Dabo, I believe, has some. I'll check what Dabo's are. I think Dabo does have some, though, on his glove. Oh, no, he actually doesn't have one.
The cactus launcher has a dex save.
Sure. Oh, literally all of Lime's whips have dex saves attached to them, which would be amazing because she can like lower someone's AC by 3 or something.
So Burning Hands, cactus launcher.
So yeah, Burning Hands, cactus launcher, the 5 whips.
Thunderwave has con.
That Lime has. 5 magical whips. So yeah, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you think of it?
See you guys.
Was it
next
good?
time.
Bad? Terrible? Amazing?
Good.
So.
We got some beautiful maps.
What do you think of like the weird new, like not full maps, drawn maps?
Right,
a bit more sporadic notes, but a bit more like malleable. I don't know. It's something I'm trying out because it's much easier to prepare for sessions this way. So theoretically, I can prepare a lot more. Like I used about half the stuff I had. Less than half of the stuff I had this session.
It works.
That's good. Yeah, I think that's the key. Because before I tried doing no maps before, and that just didn't work because people didn't have enough attention span to remember. Oh, where is this person? Where is this person? So I think as long as I have a rough sketch of like This is at least a rough idea. This is by the way, this is the bit where the campaign's going to reach the whole like everything's super intense point.
Dun dun dun.
As you can probably tell.
All right.
Oh, she definitely is.
I think all of us have a little bit. Yeah.
I think some people are more hypocritical than others. I think it becomes a thing where
Look,
it's
I'm
just
never
part
a
of Astra's
hypocrite.
personality.
You should stop being a hypocrite because I'm not a hypocrite ever.
Also, I wonder what your divine sense would say about everyone now. If their things have changed. Alignment's a funny thing. Could also be interesting to see what Zook and Darius and Laura were. Oh, you think Laura's good?
Oh, you think so, huh? That's cute.
That's cute. Zook is chaotic evil. No, God no. What was going on with Laura? That rage. What was that rage? Oh well, can I reveal? Who knows? There were definitely some things that were hinted at. Whether
Nobody
you pick up
knows.
on them or not is your prerogative.
Alright, time to watch the video 50 times until I picked up on it.
50 times. Pick up on all the subtle hints.
$49 it was 49 times, and now it might be
I'm
waiting
gonna pick
for
XCOM 2
you.
now. Unless someone wants to play Smite with me.
Heck no. I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah, sleep is good, but I was actually really wondering if someone was going to kick the guy, kick
Into the
Charlie
pit.
down down the like elevator, because it was like all you needed to do was kick him through the door, and even then you could probably just kick him and the door would have fell through,
That was plan B all along.
because that would have killed him. And then Erik would have been confused, like, oh my god, something's attacking me from the top. Did they drop Bearbot on me?
Just a bunch of blood. He sees blood on the walls as he goes up. That just one
The
wall.
blood
you
is
can see.
seeping down. And then the body would have gotten crushed on the way back up when it hit the
Oh,
ceiling. I mean, it's pretty tempting when there's a quote unquote bad guy. I mean, he wasn't. You know what I mean by bad guy?
He was a good guy.
An obstacle in your path. That's right next to a long cliff. I mean, it's pretty tempting when there's a. I mean, Astra should know. Astra practically pushed James into lava once.
Can we recruit that guy into our team?
I mean, probably, but would you really want to guard that shit on your team?
Yes. Hey, a shit guard is better than no guard.
No, I'm pretty sure no guard would be better than a really shit guard.
We need Charlie.
You have to pay a shit guard.
Come on.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's found love. He's found love, and you've ruined it for him. Yeah, I don't think you guys are good guys. You know.
Well, we're good guys. We're the good guys. We're the heroes.
Ash is a terrible marriage counselor. Are we the baddies? Yes,
Guys,
kinda.
can we play a campaign
Anti-heroes.
where we're the bad guys?
I'm pretty sure it would be more entertaining, more different for you guys to play a campaign where you're the good guys.
No. I want to be a group of like criminals. That'd be So basically our group, but like we identify as
No,
criminals.
serious. Here's the thing. I've been tempted to make an anti-hero campaign before, but then like literally all of my campaigns end up being anti-hero ones because we've got so many murder hobos.
But no, we have to identify as criminals.
I sexually identify as a criminal. Riku was okay. Of course, you did have.
Riku was a bounty
Well-
hunter.
Riku was a bounty hunter. Myra was good. Mira wasn't really. Mira was a bit of a bitch. Erevan was okay until he got like. Well, no, he was fine. He was good the whole time, but
No,
he was just
no,
like.
he was not good. He was secretly.
He was fine. He
No,
was
he-
perfectly fine. He
He
was
was
great.
secretly evil
What are
the
you on
whole
about?
time.
Yeah, he was. Then there was god, what was name? Simon, who just went off chests.
Good old Simon.
Rascal.
Simeon.
Simeon.
Rasco
Simone.
had a backstory.
That's definitely what he had.
He had a backstory.
I think Erevan had the best backstory though. Oh,
sorry.
Deus.
Get that backstory up. Let's see, is it on the No Name for Now wiki? I can't, not wiki. Wait, it is on the wiki. As I say that,
Jesus.
I forgot about the wiki.
Deus.
The wiki is the great source of all information for No Name for Now stuff. Containing 28 pages.
8 pages. Jesus.
28 pages.
It needs to be updated. Oh god.
Yes, that is on the wiki. See it right here on this beautiful Erevan Anastasia page.
Anyway, I'm gonna go now. But it was fun playing. I hope you had fun. And death. Words. See ya. Au revoir. Have a great year. Oh yeah, it's like a new year tomorrow. That's a scary thought.
Tomorrow.
Let's hope 2018 doesn't suck. Oh no, let's hope
Oh,
2019 doesn't suck.
tomorrow
Okay,
for
let's face
you.
facts.
The day after tomorrow
Yeah.
for me.
Wait, are you saying I'm in the future?
Yes.
What did you get done in 27? Oh my god, literally nothing. I have achieved nothing this year.
I made a meme YouTube channel. I think that's pretty good success.
2017 is just. I'm pretty sure 2017 is like.
Oh, I started a big Danganronpa program that I'm not gonna finish ever, maybe. That program is so big and insane. Just
Average,
crazy.
then bad, then great, then okay, then really bad. Okay, so on average, like a 4 out of 10?
Yeah, like 4.
4 out of 10 is not bad. Mine was probably a 3. But considering like a few years ago it would have been like a 1 for 2 years in a row, it's pretty good. 2018 should be better because I'm gonna
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
can't-
start a YouTube channel.
I can't
I'm
wait for-
Twitch streaming.
Oh, are you gonna Twitch stream? I will watch your Twitch stream.
You better.
I will.
I just need to figure out how to do things.
It's not that hard to Twitch stream.
Yeah, probably isn't. I'm just really dumb. So
I can tell you how to do it. It's like really easy.
no, I am joking when I say I'm dumb. I'm actually pretty good with that sort of thing. It's just
Yeah.
I get confused by simple things very easily. I can understand very complicated things. Like I can do the really complex things. If you told me to imagine something very complex, I'm fine with it. I can like similarly with games, I can instantly figure out one of the best strategies, even if I'm not perfect at a game. But with simple tasks, it's just it doesn't exist. I literally the other day, fun story, I was holding my phone in my left hand, and I was like pissed off because I couldn't find my phone. So I went on Discord on my phone and started typing I'm so annoyed. I can't find my phone. Luckily, I didn't send it because I realized halfway through. Oh wait, I'm holding my phone. I'm typing on my phone right now. And here's the stupidest part. I was looking for my phone so I could type something different on Discord. It's just an example of how like my brain just doesn't work sometimes. It just sort of forgets how to function. But yeah, that was fun.
These crazy cats.
See ya for now.
Alright, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in 2018. We're gonna have a great year for No Name for Now then. It's gonna be the best
Let's
year
hope
of
to
No
get
Name
to
for
like
Now.
fucking 5 bajillion subscribers.
5 bajillion. That is
Support us on Patreon.
5 bajillion and 1.
Buy our merchandise.
Yeah, we're gonna start a Patreon next year.
Our Drew is the old lady t-shirts.
Oh, dude, that's actually a good idea. Let's do
Pretty
that.
good idea.
Pretty good idea.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Nobody's gonna buy it. I'd buy it.
I'd buy it. That's 2 people. That's enough.
Yeah. Except but at what cost? Only
But at what cost?
blood. Oh my god, you should totally go into a shop, buy something, yeah, and instead of asking like how much does this cost, you should just be like, I'll take this, but at what cost? Anyway, I'm gonna go now because it's stuff. I keep saying I'm gonna go and then people keep talking.
See y'all next time.
Somebody's-
I'm gonna stop
Yes,
the recording right now. Bye.